You make a dead man come. What the fuck? That was supposed to be a nice little pop song for everybody. Rolling Stones, Start Me Up. We play that because E-Rock suggested it. Why the Start Me Up there, E-Rock?
It's the anniversary of Windows debuting Windows 95.
Yeah.
And this was their big rollout by getting the Rolling Stones Start Me Up. And apparently Mick Jagger and Keith Richards did not like it. But they
didn't not like it, or they liked it?
They did not like it.
Oh, they did not.
You got to pick one.
They did not like it. Okay, all right.
And, it was just it was all over the place, nonstop, that theme, and then they stopped playing it for a while because of that campaign.
Wait a second. So didn't the Stones agree that they could use their song?
I guess, or whoever.
And then what? They thought they made a mistake by allowing that?
Probably, because they stopped playing it for the longest time. They wouldn't play Start Me Up because of the Windows 95 campaign.
Was this, and this was, you told the anniversary, this is in 1995.
Right, when they debuted, the software came out for computers.
Was that the first Windows? Was it 95?
No, it was, Windows was Windows, and then it was, the last one was 3.1 before going to what they ripped off from Microsoft.
3.1.
The desktop.
How long did you guys save your, sorry buddy, how long did you guys save your startup disks? I literally for a decade had Windows, 0.10 fucking AOL startup disks.
Yep. I had to do some decluttering recently, and I found some disks.
Yeah.
It's so funny you just said that, and I look at them like, I might need
to reboot a computer I haven't used in 8 years.
And then you had to back up all your information through their program on those floppy disks, those little squares.
Yeah.
And you'd have a stack like this just for your personal material, for your writing, photos, whatever.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow. I found recently from 2003. I labeled them all. I went over and took all my music off. I took all my photos and I put them on recordable CDs.
Yeah.
Just to have them so in case my computer ever shit the bed. And it's like, why would I do that? I don't need them.
Well, that's not as bad.
No, I don't know, but I mean, it's amazing how, now you just dump money on
hard drive.
of
course.
Yeah.
Now I was just throwing DVDs and CDs out. I don't even want to deal with it. Sorry, E-Rock. You're not going to have any more giveaways.
I still have stuff.
I gave E-Rock a box of my DVDs, I don't know, about a year ago. But now I'm just throwing them away. I'm like, this is just stupid to have a DVD, isn't it?
I've gotten rid of mine, too.
It's nice, though, kind of.
Why is it nice?
Just to see the picture on the front and just kind of reminisce a little bit, I think.
That sounds like something Lenny would have said to George.
It could be, man.
And with that, we say good morning to Theo Vaughn. He wants to reminisce as he looks at his DVD covers.
Just to look at the picture on the front and reminisce.
E-Rock already
Who's done that? Who's reminiscing? Goodfellas.
Nothing but trouble. What?
I don't know. I like looking at the covers sometimes.
The ones that are painful, like the Caddyshack DVD. Now I understand a little bit. That one was hard to throw away.
Yeah, see,
that's a hard one to throw away. But the other ones, like, bye.
Do you know what I bought? I bought, and I got this from my buddy. I bought a book of giant, like it was something you'd put in empty CDs in.
Yeah.
And I put all my DVDs in that and just threw out the boxes. I have it just takes up one teeny shelf in my closet.
When was the last time you went through that, grabbed the DVD out, and actually watched it?
Probably
that's the problem.
It's probably quite a while ago. There's ones I have that are old footage that I need, but a lot of it is just shit. But if I ever want to watch Schindler's List.
Well,
why not?
Why not?
You want to fuck a chick? You're trying to get her in the mood?
Wow. Why not?
Yeah, I wonder what's the darkest movie to bang a chick to, probably.
That's right up there.
I Spit on Your Grave is a pretty rough one. You ever see that one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Downfall. Downfall would be a little rough.
Too many great moments. That's a really well-acted film.
Right. Dear Zachary would be brutal.
Oh, that's the worst. That might be the worst.
Hey, man.
If you screw to that, you're out.
It's been over a year since I've seen that movie, and it still bothers me.
Yeah.
And I get so fucking mad that Morgan Spurlock turned me onto that damn documentary.
I love recommending it to people, though. If they think, like, I'm just going to head in this evening and watch something with my girl, I'm like, why don't you guys watch Dear Zachary?
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's
wonderful.
It's light. It's a little light. Do you want something light?
You want to be touching each other's junk to something?
Yeah, if you want to turn her on. I've told this story before. My manager, he asked me for a recommendation of a funny documentary.
Yeah.
And I told him that this was a comedy.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a little weird at first, but it gets really funny. And he calls me, he's like, Jim, my wife's crying. I'm so happy.
They're all confused. She's crying.
Yeah. Jim.
I became a hugger for a couple days after that movie.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm good for a hug or two, but I became a hugger.
You're hugging like strangers.
Well, I had some downtime. I was on the beach, and I threw that in because Morgan Spurlock suggested it.
What?
And it was like a beautiful summer day. It couldn't have been more perfect. Not a cloud in the sky. 80, 85, humidity low. And I felt so fucking depressed and bummed out after that. I was just searching people out to hug.
Oh, that's a high humidity film. That's the thing.
Oh, fuck.
That's a high humidity film.
Don't watch it. It's the only movie I tell people don't watch it. It's not worth it. Nothing good comes of it.
It isn't worth it. It made me not believe in God at the end. It's the only movie that ever did that.
Really?
It made me want to not pull out anymore.
Wow. What dark expanse do you live in, bro?
I'm just saying, you don't have to worry about fucking getting stuck.
You are a spider from the netherworld, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God. What is going on in there?
So we start with Start Me Up. Windows 95. I guess Windows 95 did okay.
It's amazing when you look back. Huh? We laugh at those ads or the news people who would go, oh, well, the internet's coming. They used to show that. Like, what is it?
Yeah.
And it's so funny. Like 20 fucking years ago, it was nothing.
I was turned on to the internet by somebody at WBAB. Matter of fact, the anniversary of the internet was yesterday, E-Rock, 25 years? I think it was on one of our prep sheets. It was either yesterday or the day before, the anniversary, 25 years. And he said you could look up lyrics of rock songs. And he goes, like Jimmy Buffett. This is how I was introduced to the internet. Jimmy Buffett, you can look up any one of his songs and look up the lyrics of his music.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what we use the internet for.
Imagine if that's all you can still do.
It's just look up Jimmy Buffett lyrics.
25 years later, they were on B, and now they're on D. We get Devo. That's the big announcement for the millennium.
I didn't even like Jimmy Buffett. I don't know why that's how he tried to sell me the internet back 25 years ago.
Stepped on a pop top. Wow.
Yeah, man. Jimmy Buffett lyrics. Thank you, sir.
Somebody sent me, I remember a piece of, what at the time now is child pornography. And at the time I just thought it was like a funny photo. It was like
wait, how do you make that
messed up?
Wait, how do you make that leap?
Well,
because I'd never seen it before. I'd never seen like naked kids and old men. So I was like, oh, what are these guys clowning around? Like what are these? Yeah. These people are all goofing off. Like this is a silly family. And
what
then
tipped you off that they weren't clowning around or being a silly family?
Well, it was like two naked kids.
The mask that the older person was wearing?
Actually, I think one of them had just an eyes only like dart thing on. And I was like, oh, this is so goofy, right? I'm going to forward this to all my friends,
Oh
right?
my God.
So I forwarded just thinking, look at this crazy group, you know? And one of the kids in the picture looked just like me, and all my friends thought that I was involved, I guess, in some older person, like, sexual kind of deal.
Was there a sexual vibe to the pictures? Or?
Yeah, they were naked. Everybody was naked in the picture. They were like sitting on a bed and kind of lounging around. But it almost looked like an ad for like a fancy clothing, like rich people's clothing,
Why? They were naked.
Yeah, you're right.
It'd be a terrible ad for clothes.
Yeah, so I'm not in advertising.
Maybe a European clothing company.
Yeah, something European. Yeah.
And you thought it was just silly and goofy at first.
I thought, it didn't strike me because I'd never seen I never thought of like child pornography. It just seemed like, what are these goofy people doing around naked each other?
I haven't seen it, but I do kind of figure if I saw old people and young people together, I'd know that that's what it was.
Yeah, the first word wouldn't be silly.
Yeah.
It's
pretty obvious.
Oh, in hindsight, I think it's horrible. I just, at the time, I
didn't know.
Yeah, I thought, I'd never seen that before. I'd never. Yeah. But that was how I got introduced to it, man. Really, to the first JPEG.
That's what started your love affair.
Yeah, man. Jesus, I got to stay off the internet. That's how I'm using it.
Well, you said you're not looking at the porn or anything, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to back off, man. I had a flare up last night, actually, but I stayed cool. But about a week ago, I gave in. Just got watching porn on my phone, and that's when you know you're in a tough spot. I got a text from a friend last night at 3 a.m. like, bro, I'm trying to stay off pornography, having a tough time.
It's not easy.
No, it's very difficult.
Very powerful.
You can find porn on your phone within seconds.
Yeah.
For me, it's the interactions with people more than porn. Like the text interactions are harder, and I enjoy a lot of them. But you're not even doing anything; you're just kind of texting throughout the day.
Right.
It kind of it's fun. It's sexy, most of it. And you can I don't even look at necessarily porn as much anymore. Like I don't just go to a site.
Right.
Once in a while, I'll go to one big mega site. A couple little stuff.
How many you got on the hook when you're texting? Or maybe you don't want to say.
No. It usually depends. I mean, it could be 2 or 3 people, or it could just be one. Sometimes I'll talk to one person.
2 or 3 all day long, just continuing the conversation?
No, I wouldn't say that. Like, you talk to one person and another person, or then there's time where you are just talking to one person.
Yeah.
And it's like a back and forth that goes on for a long time, and it's hot. But you're not like you're fucking them all. You're just yapping. And they're doing the same thing. They're talking to other people, too. Everyone's just yapping with each other. just
cutting it up.
Kvetching.
What was
I
the
love
first...
how Jimmy tries to bring that into the mainstream. Like, everyone here at Sirius XM, they're all just yapping to strangers and sexting all day long.
It is fun, though.
You enjoy it, huh?
Yeah, it's hard to even enjoy real sex after it because it's different than porn in that you keep this little weird thing going all day where you're like you always like that little bit of that drug just drip. It's a little morphine drip all day.
Yeah, it's kind of cool when you send something sexy to a girl and you're waiting to see what her response is going to be, kind of.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like on the hook a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first pornographic experience?
Yes.
What was it?
The first time, I remember the first porno photo I saw was in an old house in Edison, where it was 2 guys fucking a girl. It was like a shiny high gloss picture. It was like one of those hardcore porn ones that were like $10 back then, Swedish, whatever. And the girl was hanging over, blowing a guy. I still remember he had mutton chops. And the other guy was having sex with her. She was like on a desk on her back.
Wow.
And the first movie I ever saw was The Fur Trap.
I'm trying to remember the first movie. There was some of those hard R's that were on cable.
Oh, those? Yeah, I don't even count those. I mean, porn.
I don't remember the first porn.
Really?
No, I don't
remember.
First
thing you ever saw?
I don't remember the first porn. I remember, we had cable and those hard R's were pretty intense back in the day.
Kelly Mint and Herschel Savage.
Wow.
Were in the first porn I ever
Savage,
saw.
Bro.
The Fur Trap. And there was a lesbian scene where the girls were like, she was like, I don't know if we should. Like, it was like one of those tentative lesbian scenes.
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe you were watching someone have oral sex. Like, I'd never seen it before. I'd only, photos. I was at my buddy's house across the street. His father had a top-load VCR. I had to pardon myself and go lay on his parents' bathroom floor and whack off. My head was by his parents' toilet. Just I couldn't stop.
I used to do that, man.
I do remember.
What?
Remember that old porn theater you played in Long Island?
Yes.
In Bayshore, yeah.
Dude, we're older than you. Fuck you, Theo.
No, I'm just
we didn't
laughing
have the internet.
Jimmy played it at an old porn
Absolutely.
theater, and that's totally.
Well, I worked there years ago. I was a gum scraper.
Did you say gum with a
G?
Yes,
I did.
What was that, in Bayshore? I'm trying to remember. Was it Bayshore?
E-Rock's is Bayshore.
Yeah.
So, when we were growing up, we didn't have the internet.
Right.
And this is going to sound whatever. Do what you have to with what I'm about to say. I know it was
get that cock out.
I know it was on the up and up. So, growing up, we would get a bunch of guys together and beers and, get buzzed or whatever. And then we went to the Bayshore porn theater. And that was where I saw my first porn. I was a little late, 17, 18.
Wow, you hadn't seen porn?
Just the hard R's on the cable.
That's good, though.
And then I had a friend that was able to, he would come over and he knew how to fool around with the box to unscramble the hard R channels, which were awesome. But, we went to a porn theater together.
Wow.
And I totally remember now. That was my first porn.
That's probably better.
I wish I remember which one it was. And I don't remember.
Yeah, that's more
And
natural.
I honestly don't remember any creeps in there or anything. I felt like it was more like kind of a lot of like teenagers like myself. This was what you did. I'm sure there were probably creeps in the theater as well.
Oh yeah,
Jimmy was back in there scraping gum.
I got a few creepers. I used to go to the theater, and I didn't like the theaters because there's too many people that would approach you. They didn't do anything to you. Those guys are seedy, but they're not aggressive. Like they're not gonna grab you. But it was just like That was actually a scheme.
You're not a fan of the psst?
No, man, not when I'm doing that. I just want to be left alone in a booth.
Have you been to some of those masturbation theaters?
They were just regular porn theaters. They weren't. The masturbation theaters probably the more accurate term for them. But I used to, on the way home from gigs, I would go a certain way because it was a place where you could talk to live girls.
On a phone, like a prison visit?
Yes, that's exactly what it was like. We used to actually go down there. I went there with Voss, with Bobby Levy. A whole bunch of us would just head down. But on the way home from gigs, I would take Route 130 instead of the Turnpike. It would take me 9 hours to get home because I was stopping every fucking Route 130. The sign should have said, "We're the jerk-off capital of the world."
Route 69.
Dude, it was amazing.
Was it tough to just pass one by, or did you
Impossible.
have to stop? You had to stop at all of them on the
Well,
way
see
home.
what's happening. Who knows? What's going on? Where's the new movies?
What the hell's going on around here?
Yeah, what the hell's happening? Yeah, it was, and there was a few at the Glass where you would talk to the girls back down there. I used to do a gig called Mitchell's Comedy Club in Palmyra, New Jersey. And from there, you would do one show on a Saturday, shoot 15 minutes down the road and do this other bar, which I don't remember the name of, which was a very notoriously shit gig, and then come back. But between Mitchell's and this other place were like all those areas.
There's a hotbed of activity.
Oh, it was a hotbed. So I would, after the late show Saturday at Mitchell's, I would go. And
How old were you?
I was in my 20s by this point.
No, yeah.
But there was girls, you could talk to them on the phone. I couldn't get over that.
Really?
How disgusting. I won't even let a friend talk on my cell phone now. I would take a cell phone in a jerk-off booth and just put it up, "Hello, how are you?" I'm tugging my dick.
You said a cell phone. It was an old school phone, which is even worse.
It was attached.
The receiver, and you had to talk right into it and put your lip right on it, basically.
That actually might work today if you did cell phones. You know, it's funny. That might actually work today if you had a cell phone and say, "Hey, dial this number," and call it. It's just too gross to touch one of those phones.
Yeah, I never really got into that world. I mean, the porn theater a few times with the boys back in the day. The boys meaning my friends, you sons of bitches. Then it was and then a lot of porn magazines. I guess that was about it.
We had I remember I used to go to the library and I would remember the Rodin or those artists and stuff like that. I probably told you that, and I would look at the pictures, the paintings of the Rubenesque women. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I would. I remember I would get an erection. I would close my erection in the book so hard until I sprayed out into the books at the library.
Into an art book?
Yeah. But I remember just being in love, just loving those pictures. And then one time a kid at the library, first picture I ever saw of, like a pornography picture, this kid outside, this big guy, pushed me up against this tree, took this picture out of his pocket. You know, it was a picture of some vagina, some good pussy. And, he's like, "You know what this is?" And I didn't know, I didn't know really. I didn't know what to say, crotch or pussy or what. Yeah. And he goes, "That's cooter, boy. That's cooter,
Fuck
boy."
Yeah. Fuck. Fuck yeah.
And he just kept pushing my head and just pushing it against my face. I don't know.
Guy didn't know how to handle the cooter photo. Understandable. Wanted you to be all in it.
That was Jim. He got off his route. He got off his theater tour. And just
that should be a
rogue.
Nice moment, not a fucking angry shoving your face into a picture.
You know what? This picture. Don't say his full name. Just say a guy.
Sorry, we had this guy.
Wait, and then you clean it up by just giving. You still gave the last name.
Yeah, it's the last name.
The last name's always the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, he was proud of this moment, I feel like. But yeah, maybe.
All right. So I'm not too worried.
I just get nervous whenever you hear the names.
I appreciate it. Yeah. It's a good note.
And why was he 19 in the 4th grade?
He was older.
I can't just let that go.
He'd been in.
Being in for a long time.
Oh, he was a master of the 5th grade or whatever it was. But he knew it. He knew it in and out. And, but we had a sleepover at this kid's house and his family had gotten a hot tub, right? And nobody had a hot tub. So we're all over there and everybody's fired up and this guy had been masturbating under the water and the rest of us had never masturbated. We didn't know about it. And he was masturbating under the water and then he stood up and started ejaculating into the hot tub, right?
While you guys are all sitting around it?
Yeah, all sitting there. We'd never seen this, dude. And this kid, Will, he, thought he was losing his life out of, or something. He grabbed his penis to stop it because he thought something bad was happening, I guess, the kid was leaking out of his whole life was shooting out of his penis.
He was technically right to think that.
Yeah, it made perfect sense.
Right.
But then the kid,
there's life before you came for the first time and life after you came.
Yes, there is.
This kid punched him. Then the kid punched the kid who's like grabbed his penis to stop it.
Story gets hotter and hotter.
But I remember that was just so bizarre.
He just grabbed onto it?
Yeah, well, like in a saving type of...
Maybe that's it. What he was trying to tell you guys. Maybe you couldn't,
Yeah, maybe he could have been homosexual.
Fight off the urge.
He could have been homosexual.
Couldn't grab that shit.
Yeah, he'd never seen that before. He'd only dreamt
that.
it.
He wanted that.
And then he came back. He's like, no, he's just trying to save his life.
Yeah, he
With
wanted
your mouth open? Well, you know.
He wanted to give it mouth to mouth to save it.
But I remember that's the first man ejaculation I ever saw right there was that fella spraying out in that hot tub. Beautiful hot tub, too.
Weren't you guys bothered that he was spraying all in the hot tub?
Yeah, afterwards, but at the time it was...
Did you get any floaters?
It was exciting.
Coming your way?
Oh, we didn't stay in long after that.
You were like, fuck this.
One guy stayed in for a while. That was a little creepy, man.
Sure, why not? A little egg drop soup?
For everybody.
But I miss those times when you were like learning, when everything was like new and you were learning about
New and
it.
exciting.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is this?
The internet, one thing that does this bad is it really desensitizes you, and then just using it wrong fucks you up. I've got so desensitized from using it wrong.
Yeah.
You know, using it right is good.
And the problem is, like, you can't put it, as they say, the toothpaste back in. So
Yeah.
how do we deal with this as we move forward?
Oh, Jim can't even search for a flight.
We're just going to have a society that's just desensitized to pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And then how does that evolve into something new and different?
You're right. I can't look for a flight or a transmission. I get stuck halfway through and just change my search.
Oh, what was that hooker story you were telling us? I said you got to stop right now.
Do you know if you just asked me that question, I could have 5,000 options?
I certainly enjoy a good Jimmy Night Out story.
Yeah.
You started telling me.
So I've been going to AA meetings, right? So the other night I'm talking to this guy and telling him this comedian guy, and he starts telling me this story. He's like, oh, I got so coked up the other night, and I'm not going to say the guy's name because Jimmy just taught me not to.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. And he's like, and I've been calling hookers, and finally one comes over about 5:30. He goes, and I think it was a man. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, it was a Vietnamese girl or guy, and she had on big sunglasses. And I'm like, that's kind of wild, kind of Jackie O type, but kind of, presidential a little bit, I guess, in like a neat way. He goes, but then they had scars all over their chest, and the vagina didn't feel like a vagina. That's what he said. He goes, and then though, and it goes on, and he's like, and then I had this person like put their fingers in my butt.
By the way, I told you this in confidence.
I'm not going to say your name.
You broke our trust.
He goes, and I was like, wow, really? I was like, I've never had any experience like that. He goes, yeah, and I had him put on gloves. And I was like, well, what kind of gloves? And he's like, those
catcher's mitts.
Those kitchen gloves that your mom used to wear, the yellow ones that your mom used to do
to scrub the dishes.
Yeah,
those
guys. They're actually worse than catcher's mitts. I didn't think you were going to come with a worse glove.
Oh, that says sexy right there.
So he goes like, yeah, 6 a.m. I'm just staring out into the sunlight of the window, just having some Vietnamese man put his kitchen glove fingers up my bum. And I'm like, wow, that made me happy I was not on drugs, man.
Absolutely. He didn't mention a website, did he? No.
There you can find this lovely lady.
Remember those gloves when your mother was a real mother right there?
Yeah.
Can I ask this simple question? Well, Jimmy, don't you know it's a man?
I think I would have known.
In that story, he goes, I think it was a man. Don't you just know?
But this guy seemed like a nice kid, like a nice person. But my buddy told me the story. So, do you think just out of kindness you don't send the man away? And
no, I don't think out of kindness that would force you to do that. No,
Yeah.
I think kindness would end before that.
It's not gay because it was out of kindness.
Yeah, exactly. I had a song in my heart.
Right.
I had a cock in my ass and a song in my heart, but it's not gay. They balance each other out.
No, like, look, obviously I see this guy's going through some trouble. I'm going to placate him enough, and I'm messed up, and we're just going to get through this together.
There was, I'll answer my own question, sort of. So I was in the Jewish generation. I think I've told this on the air. And there was a person in there. And you know how I just said, don't you know it's a man? There was this person in there. I was like, wow. I had no idea. I was trying to figure it out.
Text me a photo next time. I'll give you the skinny real quick.
You know what, Jimmy? And no joke, I was going to do just that. I'm like, I think I have someone that could help me out with this one. Definitely was presenting as a woman, but I was like, I think that's a man. But I couldn't figure it out. It was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was told by a young lady once that I have the eye.
That where you could figure it out?
Yeah, I can almost usually always tell.
My point is, when you're walking around Manhattan, you see some of these people and you just know. But I remember this one particular day, I'm like, man, I can't figure it out. But I if I had to say, I would say it was a man, but doing pretty well as a female, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like if you're under the influence of drugs and stuff and somebody came over and you weren't sure, I don't know what you would do.
Well, yeah, you forget the person's fucking high too. I mean, that's a little different.
Yeah, and if there's enough of, the crazy part was like the vagina didn't feel like a vagina. That's what I'm like, God, that's like netherworld kind of
stuff. This happened to you, and you just
this
like,
didn't. This really didn't, and I'm glad it
a little
didn't.
bit.
No, I'm glad it didn't happen.
All right.
I've had that one time where the pussy didn't feel right, and I was trying to describe it to someone recently. It just felt weird, the vagina. It was pussy. It was, and we had sex. It was a condom sex. This was years ago, and it just felt something was wrong. Like not wrong, like dangerous, but just didn't feel as. I don't know what it was. It was one of those things where it's like if you smell something in the room, like there's a fire there, you can just kind of smell, but you can't identify where it's like you just know. Right. That's kind of that vagueness.
Something's burning.
Something didn't. And then I realized after I didn't know it in the moment, but I'm like, I think that was a fake pussy. Like I think that was created. I couldn't figure out what it was that didn't. There wasn't a whole lot of, if I remember correctly, grip in it. Like it was like just putting your dick in a hole,
like a freelance pussy.
Yeah, kind of like you put your dick in and there's like inside the pussy is like I'm trying to think of a better way to phrase this, but it's like a fist with a chicken neck. That's how I describe it. But it's like you're putting it in and it grips you. But this didn't. It was almost like putting it through and then just having open space inside. That's how it felt.
Maybe it was a young lady that had a whole bunch of kids.
It could have been that, but this was like
true.
I put two and two together. I don't even remember the face, to be honest with you. But I just kind of was like, I think that was what this was. It was just,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was with a lady and she had a bunch of kids, and honestly, the front of her vagina kind of felt like a skate ramp a little bit. Like more of like a stair step sort of entrance. I felt like it felt kind of like a grip. It felt more grippy.
More grippy.
In a good way or a bad way?
I'm trying to figure out your skate ramp.
It just felt like more like
grippy.
It felt like tourists had been up and down it a little bit. It felt like more.
Her pussy felt like that like pine tar for a baseball bat. George Brett was rubbing his back
like a worn out path.
Yeah, it just felt like
woods.
It felt like there would be a tourist booth along the way.
This is where all the hikers are going.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what it felt like. It just felt like an adventure path, kind of like
really worn down that path.
Yeah, it's kind of what it felt like. I remember.
What a weird way to start a show, but a wonderful way. Someone they gave up a long time ago, but they said that the Rolling Stones made a shitload of money off "Start Me Up." And
yeah, they did.
No, but I wanted to know the actual number.
Oh, okay.
Don't yell at me.
No, I'm not.
I'm trying to. I would love to know how much a band makes to have one of their giant songs in a huge campaign.
He said 3 million.
Oh, wow. What?
It said right here around 3 million.
3 million clams. That's how regular guy said.
That's not a shitload of money. That same type of situation today, that number would be way higher than 3 million.
Yeah.
Way higher. It's 3 million, but still. Right?
Yeah, man, we're in the wrong business.
That seems a little low for a hit song for a huge campaign.
Well, it's a lot. Although, if you look at it just for one song, because don't forget, the internet didn't really exist then, so it's like, They're like $3 million for what? For this dumb product? Go ahead.
Yeah.
$3 million. We wrote that in the 60s. Do you imagine someone coming up to you 35 years after you said something going, I'll give you $3 million if I can play that over and over? Yeah, go ahead.
For the people that are going to scream, they came up with that song in like 1980.
Oh, was it the 80s?
But I don't want to ruin the joke because it's too funny. But then I know these assholes have they will call us out on everything. But I think it was like 80, 81. But still,
yeah,
nice fart.
I couldn't help it.
So Tebow's on the front page of our sports section. Now, he's trying out for a whole bunch of baseball teams next week, I think.
Somebody will pick him up.
Really?
I think so. The guy's a great athlete. I think they should have kept him in football. I really liked having him out there.
He's fun to watch.
Yeah.
But, I guess a team will pick him up, but then he'll be in the minors, just jumping on buses and stuff, right?
Yeah, praying for the group. Imagine your team prayer game is so much better though before the game now.
I don't know. He's a great athlete to be able to do that. Maybe baseball will work out.
Did he play baseball down
I
in
hope
Florida?
so. This is going to be embarrassing.
Did he play baseball? I should ask my nephew. He was a huge Tim Tebow fan.
Is he still a virgin, do you think?
My nephew.
You can't ask that.
Oh, sorry.
My nephew, I don't think so. Yeah, he's doing all right.
How old is he?
He's Tebow's age. So
wow, he's in his 20s?
My nephew's, how old's Tebow? They went to school together.
Oh, okay.
29.
29. Oh, my nephew's
God.
29?
Wow.
Fuck! I lost a couple of years there. I would have sworn he was like 25, 26.
Oh, he's growing.
But he was a huge Tebow fan. He was pre-med and all that, but blew off school to follow the football team around when they had their run down there.
Wow.
Yeah. He's now pretty much a doctor, my nephew. Doing very well. But anyway, I should ask him if he played baseball. I don't know if he played baseball off season.
Tebow's better than half the pricks they got. I mean, half of these dudes in the league are horrible.
What?
The quarterbacks.
Then a team would have picked him up already.
I don't know. He was 8-7 as a starter, I think, in the bigs.
But the NFL needs quarterbacks constantly, and they just will not pick him up.
Yeah, I think
they gave him a few tries over the last few years, as we all know, but
he could have been too dramatic. I don't know what he was really like. Did you guys ever have him in here?
No. We don't get a lot of athletes in here.
No, other than the one you see every morning.
Well, besides Jim Norton, yes.
The Ted Williams of pornography.
Certainly am.
We don't get a lot of athletes. Most of them are kind of duds.
A lot of them are, yeah.
A bunch of them are duds. We had Pete Rose in here. Not a dud. Amazing.
Really?
And we had a great time with him, and he never came back. I don't know what that's about. He was banned for life from baseball, matter of fact, on this date back in 1989.
Oh.
But we had Pete Rose in here. He was great. Who else was great as an athlete in here?
The wrestlers are always good. Wrestlers, pardon me, WWE guys are always, they're great talkers.
Right.
Yeah. They're all good.
The UFC guys are very open and good.
Yeah, I think the wrestlers are better interviews only because the wrestlers have the mic technique that the UFC guys don't have. They're just, they're just more showmen.
Yeah, they're great. I guess they're athletes technically.
I mean, the UFC guys are all nice though. Most of them have been coming. The baseball players can be a little. I thought Abdul-Jabbar was good when he came in here. I mean, he was talking basketball with us.
All the fighters, the boxers are all great.
Yeah, Mayweather was a little annoying. Pacquiao was hard to understand, but Bert Hopkins is great when he comes in. Tyson's amazing.
Sugar Ray Leonard we had.
Sugar Ray was
Holyfield.
Great.
We had Joe Frazier. Holyfield was.
He's a religious guy.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah,
Theo.
I've had him.
We'll put it there.
I saw him at the airport one time shoving fries through his mouth. He barely could even open his mouth and just putting French fries in his mouth.
Well, he deserves that. After everything he's done.
True.
In his career.
This girl from the Cinnabon, I remember, came running down the terminal. He's sitting at a McDonald's, like, pushing fries through his lips.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Ooh, I used to watch you wrestle."
Yeah.
Jerry Cooney was a great guest, and you're talking about Rock just showed us. It's Cooney's birthday today.
He's 60 today.
Happy birthday! I would have thought older. Just
get Cooney on the phone. What?
You call me
You want me to
E-Rock.
get him on the phone? I'll get him on the phone.
I know. I was looking at E-Rock actually. Congratulations to Jerry Cooney.
He's black in some of the smaller pictures, too, if you notice below.
It's not him.
Oh.
Good old Larry Holmes.
Jim.
Larry Holmes was unbelievable. We never talked to Larry, I don't think.
No.
He was a hell of a boxer. Yeah, we're going to get Jerry Cooney on the phone. Jerry Cooney rules. He's 60 today.
Yeah.
And he will kick your ass.
Will he?
Oh, God,
he looks big.
Yeah.
He stayed in shape.
You know what he said to me? He showed me how to throw a punch. One time I did he has a show here. And he was one of the things he took me, I wanted him to show me Barbie how to throw a punch, and he did. And how to step into a punch. And he's such a big, imposing guy. And the way he talks is funny. He's like, you see, man, because then you duck down, and he showed me how to turn, and he's putting this giant left fucking hand in my face, and you see, and I turn like this, and you're right in my picture. He talks. He has the cool little vernacular.
Yeah.
He said I was right in his picture, and that's the type of thing. Oh yeah. Look at the size of that fucking guy. I forgot this. Look at me putting my hands up like Sally Field.
We've played this video once before on the radio. It doesn't work as well as a video. So
try to throw a punch.
I love Jim learning physical technique.
Yes, Jerry teaches a young lady how to defend herself. This is called. This is what I do after I yell "masher," and that doesn't work. I hit you with my purse.
If you follow us on Twitter, we just tweet out the video. It is a very good video. What happened? I thought we had Jerry Cooney. I was ready to go to the phone, and now
he's not answering. I'm still trying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He has these big, long, fucking. Yeah. He's a weird, like.
He bends over before he throws that left.
Oh, yeah.
He kind of bends down slightly and then comes up with that left. It's not pretty.
You think guys fuck with him in real life because he's older?
You threw a good jab there. It looked like, yeah.
Thanks.
I can't imagine anyone fucking with him.
He's a long-armed man.
Yeah. When you throw a punch, do you feel like it has a shot, like it has a chance, Jim?
No, I'm afraid that when I punch, like instead of like all of a sudden I'm going to be throwing it and I'm not going to have a fist, there's going to be a flower on my wrist.
At the end of it. At point of impact, it turns into a sunflower.
Yeah, or a pocket pussy, and they just fuck my hand.
Or just like a stream of water shoots out like a clown's rose.
Yeah, no, it's I don't get tangled up. I wanted to ask Tyson to teach me how to throw a punch. Can you watch? Not that you know how to use it. You know, I mean, that's like just an instinct these guys have after doing it every day, all day for years and years. But when Tyson threw a punch, his whole body would be into it. I'm like, that must be such a fun feeling to throw a punch and know that you're really putting everything. When I punch, I would be stationary with zero, my arms off balance. I do everything wrong.
But you don't really have to punch anyone.
No, but I would like to if it comes
just in case.
Yeah, you're on the train every day. You're walking around New York. You never know. You may have to get more of an armbar.
You're more of an armbar guy.
Yeah. No, I'm more of a hi-ya! I hope that backs him off. Hope I scare him.
One good hi-ya usually takes care of the situation.
Yeah.
Gets you out of it.
Threaten a karate kick.
Yeah, I have dreams about throwing punches, and I can never throw it all the way through. I have dreams about it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
What's that mean?
I don't know.
You're fighting not effective?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Those dreams happen to all of us, though.
Yeah.
In radio, the dream is when I used to play music, the song's ending and I can't find the next fucking song.
Wow.
And the anxiety that would bring on while you're dreaming is ridiculous.
Dang.
Others have I also had one where I needed one more test or something in college, and I couldn't get to the classroom in time or whatever, and that just plays over and over all night long in my dream. And then you wake up and go, idiot, you graduated college decades ago.
Right.
Get rid of this dumb dream. It's not, you're way past that now.
It's probably symbolic. Isn't it weird when they tell you that they mean something else? The test, you're failing the test.
I don't think it's symbolic. I should just go with your bit. But
no, I'm not even kidding. It's probably
it's probably symbolic, though, right?
I don't think it is, because I guarantee we could do an hour, and we won't, don't worry, where people call up and go, I have that exact same dream, but it's my work or whatever their life is about. They have everyone seems to have this exact same dream. It's just the scenario slightly different.
Yeah.
Where they can't complete something. It's the famous, you're running away from a bad guy in your dreams, and you can't really get away. He's always right there or whatever.
I dream, so my nightmare is that I'm in a pop lock breakdance competition, and everyone's doing head spins, and I can't find my cardboard to put down on the floor. That's my nightmare.
Iraq, who's a historian of my career, whispered,
"What do you dream, Iraq? That you can't spell Zika properly?"
that's how it comes out.
Wow, you look like a cage.
How it comes out?
I put E's where I's should be. You're an idiot with an E. E-D-E-O-T.
I think you might have spelled Zika, Z-E-K-A.
Who cares? That's
a big one.
That is a big one.
Yeah.
Zika's everywhere. Now they're saying there's a case in Tampa, so the Zika is slowly...
Bring it on.
There's 5 new cases. 1 is in Tampa. The other 4 are still in Miami.
Yeah, but now we're in Tampa. Do you notice what's going on here? It's slowly moving north.
Who's getting it, whites or everybody?
Anybody.
Attaboy, good question.
It's anybody. It's right now it's being transferred through mosquitoes, so they're trying to narrow down where.
No, it's not.
That's read.
No. It is by mosquitoes, but you're missing a big point here. They say it's sexually transmitted as well.
Oh, wow.
Zika?
Yes.
Wow, Jim.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that. I don't have any reason lately to worry, but
the
still.
article I gave you said they were they've been trapping and testing mosquitoes around Florida, trying to
trapping what, like in sting operations?
Yes.
Yeah, Chris Hansen comes out there ready to bite someone. You're going to bite a minor. Oh, they're all bugged out. Here, take a blood cookie.
Go ahead, E-Rock.
So they've been trapping and testing samples of mosquitoes all around Florida, trying to narrow down the origin of where it's breeding from. But it's all, I didn't see anything about sexually transmitted. It was all
where's the latest case of the Zika virus? Where is that?
Yeah.
EI. They all pronounce the same.
I bet a couple of sisters are cooking it up somewhere down near St. Petersburg. I can see that in a cauldron. Yeah.
Here, see right there. Here's the basic. Zika can be passed through sex from a person with Zika to his or her sex partners. Sex includes vaginal, anal, oral, and the sharing of sex toys even.
See, that's it. I don't, I kind of assume that the vaginal and oral and anal, but I mean the sharing of sex toys, I mean that just puts a damper on everything.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than shoving a dildo in your ass than handing it to a friend. The fuck who shares a sex toy?
It's the new Olympics.
Hey, where's your double-headed dildo? I got company. It's in the drawer where I always have it. Wash it this time. All right, you goose. You laugh. You and your dad laugh.
Those vaginas. Your dad laughed.
Couldn't think of a worse person in that scenario.
This is the pitch for his new sitcom.
Those vaginas are like a cauldron of danger, man.
Oh, I can't.
What the hell is festering in half these things?
Who's doing that? Yeah.
Sorry, ladies.
I bet if you test
Sorry, ladies.
Oh, I mean the fleshlight ones, I bet those things have got to be shut down. I feel like that is.
What, the fleshlights?
Yeah, they got to be. Imagine how much disease or just like,
It's a great place to put your egg salad. I put my egg salad in.
I always thought that it would be mosquitoes that take us out.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I thought it was going to be blacks, and I thought it was going to be... And then now I'm thinking it could be... at first I did, now I don't. I don't know what it's going to be now. I think it's going to be...
It's some dumb bug. It's bugs, man.
No, war. It's going to be war. Missiles.
We got to stop blowing each other up.
And live as one.
We'll never live as one, dude. It's impossible.
John Lennon said we could live as one.
He did.
How dare you, Theo?
It's true.
But you think we can? We can't.
Yeah.
We can live as one if, like, all of a sudden...
You can imagine it.
The whole world realizes that there are other life forms out there and they're coming to get us. Yeah. That's when the planet goes, all right, drop everything. We got to live as one.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I think that will put us on the same page.
Can you imagine if there was another alien race and they looked exactly like us?
And they're already here.
Or, there's only one way to tell or something. It's because their genitals feel weird. Like that's, that's how you tell.
They don't quite fit.
They don't quite fit.
They don't quite fit.
I'm 48, and that's the best improv I had. Dropped out of the business.
There's some octagon cock in the building.
I'm suspicious of cats. I feel like they're from another fucking
They could be
planet,
spies.
man.
It looks shady.
They look shady as shit, right?
Yeah, everybody thinks that. I think that's starting to become a common belief. They could be liaisons from another realm.
That's a common belief now.
I think it's starting to become that. I'm starting to feel that in the environment.
Because cats are assholes. They're just assholes.
I just can't picture a super race agreeing to somehow put their own shit in a little box in the bathroom. I just can't picture them agreeing to that on their home planet. All right, we're going to infiltrate, but we got to do what? When you go to the bathroom, it's got to be in a box, and then you got to just cover it. Hold on, can we vote on this?
Right. I had cats for a while, and
oh, dude, come on!
And out of nowhere, they'll attack you. I'm like, asshole! I've been feeding you for the last 10 years. How else are you going to get your fucking food?
Exactly. Lick milk off this thing. Don't scratch it.
What do you mean you had cats for a while?
I had cats.
What were you doing?
And I'm deathly allergic to them. These are old stories, but really fast. I was never a cat.
Jesus.
I was a dog guy. I was never a cat guy. I was doing radio in Buffalo. We brought in a kitten to the radio station. It was a stray. And everyone fell in love with the cat except the morning guy that used to beat the shit out of it and throw it against the walls and stuff. Jesus. And so I said, wow, this is not cool, man. So I took the cat in as my own, even though I was deathly allergic. Then it gave me, it infested me and my apartment with fleas to the point where I got scars up and down both arms from flea bites. All right. I bring that cat home to my parents' house when I moved to BAB. Cat died in the fucking street because we lived on a main road. My dad held the cat until it fucking went cold, buried it for me while I was at the beach, I think. And then my parents decided. My parents decided, man, this kid loves cats. So I was napping and they dropped a brand new kitten on the back of my back.
Oh my God.
I never
Jimmy,
wanted.
help me out.
What a way
You
to
asked.
What a way to give you a cat to put it on your back.
You asked.
Good thing you didn't want a bull mastiff.
Bro, that's worse than getting molested, I feel like.
Yeah.
Having your parents drop a warm kitten on your back.
My family was fucked up because we had so many dogs die in front of our house because we lived on a main street and we never thought maybe we should build a fucking fence. So every time a dog got run over, like it was our family pet, they would get a brand new puppy the next day thinking that'll just erase all the horrific memories of the day before of scraping up our family dog from the street.
Yeah.
So that was their theme. I lost my cat, so they decided the next day get me a fucking kitten. They meant well, but I didn't want cats anymore. And then I was working at BAB, and I walked out to my car one day, and I heard some meowing under a tree. So I climbed a fence.
Christ.
You asked.
Who are you?
You asked. So I climbed a fence. And I'm not even an animal guy to this point.
Yeah, sure you're not. Dude.
And then I saw this.
Listen to your own life story.
And then I saw this little kitten under a tree. No one's around. I'm like, fuck, I got to bring this cat home. So now I got two cats.
You should have kicked it. You guys. Oh, sorry.
So I was definitely allergic to these fucking cats. And then
were you guys like just squaring off in the apartment on other sides of the room?
The cats would, because they hated each other. They would beat the shit out of each other. So, and then I fell in love with the cats in a way. And then when I broke up with this chick back in the day, I couldn't take the cats because I was deathly allergic, so I had to say goodbye to these cats after having them for like 10 years. And then she gave them to two gay guys who renamed the cats. There's my story.
This sounds like The Notebook, but with like feline age.
Yes, and I was on the Ferris wheel, and the cat was hanging off, hot blocking another day.
But
Would they rename the cats?
I thought I told you that.
No.
So the cats were named. Oh my God, Bono and
Fist.
Oh my God, I forgot the name of my own cats.
No. What did the gay guys rename them? You don't know.
I don't know, but for some reason they hated the fact that one of the cats was named Bono after U2, even though it was a chick cat. But that's another story. I didn't know it was a chick cat for a long fucking time.
See how that can happen?
Yeah. Full circle now. Put on your mother's dishwashing gloves, brother.
That makes Jimmy happy that other people can be confused.
Sure, we all make those mistakes. We've all spent our entire adult life making the same error. So
I called it Bono because I thought it was a male cat, and I'm still into U2, but I was really into U2 back then.
It means us.
Theo and Jim Norton. And then when I found out it was a chick cat, I said, fuck it, let's keep the name Bono. And anyway, so the gay guys that my ex gave the cats to didn't like the names of the cats, and it was their names for 10 years.
Gay guy thing.
So they fucking changed the name of the cats.
Yeah.
I want to know what the gay guys called them.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no way I would be able to find that out. I don't need to find that out.
That's such a weird thing to do, to rename an animal. A cat.
10 years later?
Yeah, like, why would you, after all those years? Then again, cats don't really listen anyway, so they're like, oh, whatever.
But even in like the end of its life, I mean, a cat only lives, how long does a cat live, maybe?
Fuck.
Until someone kills it?
Pretty much. They can hang on forever, these fucking things.
My cats, one lived to be almost 20 or 21, and one was 17.
2021, that's way off the charts, isn't it?
We're good cat people. The Nortons were a good cat-loving household.
The average cat is 15 years.
Yeah, 17 was my one cat.
So 17 is impressive, and 2021 is just way off the fucking chart. But my point, they would attack you every once in a while, and you're like, asshole. I saved both of you basically because I think it was a rescue kitten that my parents dropped on my back, and the other one was under a tree.
Sam had to get rid of his cat because it was kept attacking him and his wife. And it was like one of those, that big Brody, Bruiser Brody, that fucking hunk of shit, scary giant cat he had. And so and Travis too, I think. Didn't Travis have a cat who he had to get rid of?
No, he just got one.
Why are you screaming at me? All right, I think I was sad. Miss Travis and Sam up. When I jerk off to them, I can't think.
Did you ever see Sam's cat?
Yes,
at his
I
place?
did. It's massive.
Oh, massive and scary.
Yeah.
Scary. Like you would hear it in a bathroom somewhere. Just
It's yelling for the paper.
Cats are assholes, though. Just going back to your alien thing. There's something not right about them. There just isn't something right about them.
I used to live with this white fella that did karate, actually, and he had a couple of cats, and at night he would get stoned, and he'd make me come in the living room.
Ew.
And just come out there.
The quickness of the ew.
And he had a bunch of empty boxes.
That's all Jimmy heard.
I just thought to myself, what a great roommate.
He had a bunch of empty boxes. He would make the cats do tricks in the boxes and stuff at night, a Polish carnival kind of out there.
What kind of tricks?
Just jumping in and out of the boxes, climbing up to the highest box. And I didn't want to be rude, and so I'd sit out there and watch for a while, you know?
I hate people that mistreat animals.
No, me too.
Oh, he wasn't mistreating them. He was teaching them tricks, but it was just...
I guess you're just bringing back a memory. Like, when I was a frat guy, they had a dog, and they would blow pot and stuff in its face and think it was hilarious. And then the dog would wobble around and stuff.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Zooted.
Yeah, get the dog zooted.
But now if somebody does that to a cat, how do you feel? Same?
Nah. I was always a dog guy.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to be in the cat world, but I just told you the whole story because you asked.
Yeah, we said
it was just put upon me.
I remember eating acid one time and dripping hot water on this.
I swear to God, I was one of the same thing.
Acid.
Acid.
I heard acid. We heard I was eating ass.
I remember eating ass one time, and to me, that's the beginning of every great novel.
And they had this kind of larger girl who kind of ended up getting locked in this room, and we'd go back in there and drip warm water on her all night. We're all messed up on drugs.
Why warm water on her?
Because just hot water seemed mean, I think. And she was relaxing in there, and it was just kind of one of those wild nights, you know?
You did acid?
Yeah, we did acid.
I was always way too scared to try acid.
Me too.
We cooked pizza in a dryer one time on acid. We heated a pizza up in a dryer.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Well, how do you know it worked if you were on acid?
I know.
We ate it. I mean, it was hot. It felt pretty hot.
The problem was it was all static clings, so it was like a pizza ball. You're like, oh no, we should have put in a little fluffy thing.
But yeah, you can cook pizza in a dryer if you get stuck.
No, it goes in circles.
Yeah,
It gets cheese all over.
Oh, it was beat up. I mean, it wasn't like a fancy pie. You know, like it's
beat
not
up.
like.
Do you know how bad I want pizza, by the way?
Yeah.
Do you know how someone can say one word? I was at a concert. I was outside in the parking lot with Florentine and his son, and it was really fun. And they were eating pizza, and I'm like, I had an urge for fucking pizza.
You should.
I
read Penn Jillette's book, the whole thing, and he talks about, he calls it not a cheat day, what does he call it? Rare and appropriate. And every once in a while, when he feels it, he just goes pig wild.
He does.
And then he barely sees the scale move. And then he gets right back to his strict diet. So he doesn't feel like he's missing anything. But you can't have those, like, I still call them cheat days, where you can't have them like once a week, but I think he does like once a month-ish. He doesn't really keep track of it, but he knows it's at least once a month, maybe a little longer, maybe once every 2 months, and he just goes nuts and eats everything in sight. Usually at a real nice restaurant. And then the next day he's over it and goes right back to, eating extremely well.
I wanted pizza.
You should do it.
I ate some pretzels with peanut butter. I was a very bad boy yesterday.
Do you feel like if you do that, it's just going to set you back down that road?
Pizza sends me on a binge. That stupid Colin Quinn. The last fucking 4 times I've gone on food runs is because I let him take me for pizza.
Right.
Bad salt and the cheese. Oh, God. Fucking so good.
Yes.
Want some pizza?
What is that, boy? Cooter?
Yeah.
That cooter, boy?
Yeah, what is that, boy? Extra pepperoni?
We could get some pizza?
What's that?
Let's get some pizza.
No, I would want to, if I'm going to get it, I would want to go to
John's.
Joe's.
Jesus, now you're being fancy. Like, don't be the guy who's like...
Theo.
No, I'm going to eat
How long
it.
have you been in New York, for real?
How long have you been Big Apple, as we say?
All right, you don't know what you're fucking talking about. Now we're going to get real.
Yeah, but to say, like, let's get pizza, and then everybody's like, yeah, and then be like,
Theo.
oh, we only can get fancy pie.
He's going to suggest one, I'm going to suggest one. John's Pizzeria down in the West Village is my favorite pizza place of all time. It's ridiculous. And you got to order by the pie. And you will probably sit there and eat the whole pie yourself. And we call it pie in New York.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's saying Joe's.
Joe's on the 6th Avenue. We've gone there from the cellar. John's, I've eaten that a long time ago. I can't have a whole pie. So for me, Joe's, you could just stand there and get a what's better than a hot slice when you fucking hold it and it stands straight out? You're like, ooh, the little bottom is burned, isn't it? Ooh.
And then there's a place... But I didn't find the experience nice. I thought the waiters just hated being there. But there's a place over the Brooklyn Bridge, I forgot the name, that it's a real famous one that everyone goes to as well. They'll search it out for their pizza. Their pizza was ridiculous, too. I'm telling you, pizza does get way better than just going to a regular, I mean... Like they've said over the years, bad pizza is even good, of course.
Yeah.
But you should, if you're in New York hanging, man, you should try one of these really over-the-top pizza places and then get back to us.
I'll
do it,
pizza.
man.
It's hard not to eat bad.
You know what I did? I went to an escape room. I took a date on one of those escape rooms. Have you
Every
been to
date
that?
I've ever been on one. I fucked up, but you know what I mean. Every date I've ever been on one. Good improv.
And we left.
Trip.
But we left early, too, because we understood the concept.
Yeah.
It's every girl that comes over. Do you have an escape room? Okay, all right, good. I'm good then. I feel safe here.
I'm going to do that, though. John or Joe's.
What's an escape room?
It's you go in there and they give you the clues, and all the clues are in there, and you have an hour to get out.
Do you know a friend of mine just said for her birthday she did that? She went to a bank one or something like that. Get out of rob a bank or something like that. Is that what they did? Okay.
It's fun. It's like a lot of I'm not going to say a lot of Asians run it, but there were Asians running this one.
Wait, do you need clues to get out, or you physically can't?
A lot of different clues, and there's like things on the walls, and there's like little mysteries.
Are you really locked in the room?
You're locked, yeah.
With how many people?
I was in there. There was a man, his 2 children. It seemed like a woman he might have maybe spent some time with sexually. I wasn't sure. She might have been Filipino, I think. And then they had another woman whose head was wrapped up in a scarf, and her friend who was Asian, this girl named Katie.
Yeah.
And then the girl that I took, and we were all in there. And then they lock you in. You got an hour, and there's a bunch of clues and mysteries.
Is there a bathroom?
No bathroom.
Oh, fuck that.
There is a little litter box. There's a litter box.
Can't you go 2 hours without going to the bathroom?
No. I cannot. I pissed.
I want to.
Bro, it's 1 hour, Jim.
Theo, I want to hate that, but...
you would love it.
No, but people that... They seem like they really, really enjoy it. There's all sorts of variations of that.
It was fun, yeah. And there's like
it's like being in a real life video game where you have to try to get out of.
There's different levels, and I would say like kind of sneaky shit to the kids when I get stuck in a room with a kid just for like a minute, like your dad's kind of and this one guy's like, huh?
You're like, fucking with the kids' minds?
I'm just messing with them, dude. Yes. Giving them fake clues and stuff.
So how'd you get out? What was the big thing where you had to figure out?
Like there were paintings and stuff, and eventually you had to line the paintings up under these certain lights, and then the lights would change, and they revealed like this final clue.
Oh wow, that's pretty.
It's extensive. It's extensive, and there's like there's hidden walls and stuff. It was cool.
Is it one room or is it a big?
Just like that one room, but then it opened up and you had 2 rooms that were conjoined, like one of those kind of cheaper motels.
You should have got onto the typewriter and written yourself a little to-do list. You sit over there and I'll type up what we're all going to do.
Next time I'm going to bring fake clues from home.
Is it a letdown?
That's
After you get out
It's a good idea.
Really oh my God, there's some clues in my balls. I'll get alcohol.
What's waiting for you when you get out of the room? Is it a huge letdown? Like, okay, now let's just go get pizza?
Yeah. You get a group picture, and there was an Asian guy who told us that we did a good job. And that makes you feel good. Dude, having an Asian tell you did well?
Yeah, they don't compliment you ever.
How long is the,
Made me feel good.
How long is the,
Yeah, they give you a certain amount of time?
Yeah, you get 1 hour. We solved it in 42 minutes. Yep, you get signs like that, and you get to just be happy as a group.
And then you get to put it on Facebook, and people go, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, you can share it if you want.
I can't think of anything less fun.
You would love it. You should make one of your own.
I should an escape room. Little clues, but put them in weird places.
Yeah.
Like have a bag of vomit and there's a clue in it. You have to fucking.
There's just blue semen on the ceiling.
So wait a minute. Now you go in there.
You would love it, Jim.
I might enjoy it, but can you just go with your friends? I don't want strangers in there.
But having a stranger
Make a
too,
reservation for it.
Yeah, you make a reservation.
Yeah, but being with strangers is cool.
It was better than I thought.
Get to know them and what they're doing with their lives, right, Theo?
But the kids didn't give a F about it. They didn't care
That's
at all.
good. Clean up that language.
Yeah, they didn't give a F. And their father was an idiot. I tried to talk to their father. He knew no clues. He knew nothing.
Where do you find the first clue? Like, okay, you're in a room and there's like, okay, there's going to be clues in here. So there's probably a bunch of different rooms you can choose from. There's an office. What else is there?
There's an office. There's one where it's all in the dark. What are they?
That sounds
What do they
awesome.
have?
Sorry, Roland just came in. I didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
What are some of the different clues? They
Going
got.
old school.
You get distracted by a guy entering a room?
Jesus Christ!
telling
Somebody
me
got
about going to the
molested,
bank.
obviously. Huh?
What distracted you? He was
Roland
asking
came
him
in
butter
and
for
was-
his side.
You can never work at mission control at NASA. A guy comes in with a cup of coffee and you break down.
Yeah, exactly. Apollo, what mission is this? Why is he calling us Houston?
Right.
Oh.
Man. Yeah, they got like the medicine, the hospital, the medicine office.
Medicine
That's
office,
what I
yeah, it's
call
well
it.
said.
But there's no rhyme or reason to it. You gotta just figure it out yourself. Like there's no one clue leads to another clue.
Yeah,
or-
one clue leads to another
But
clue.
you don't
and
know what the first clue is?
No, but you're figuring
Okay.
it out. There's just stuff on
Gotcha.
the walls, or there's like a little bit of mystery. There was like a picture with a bunch of different cards in it, and you had to figure out like a
Do
pattern.
they give you a hint though? Like, all right, at least start looking at the desk.
Yeah, if
And
something.
maybe the
Yeah,
Yeah, where's
you
the
a
first
start.
clue?
yeah.
I would assume they got to give you at least the first, an idea of the first clue, so all the other clues make sense one after another.
No, I mean, because you'll find you have a ton of clues at once, and you don't even know what to do, and you just got to kind of figure it out. I mean, you're in a room, you got an hour.
I want to make one of these escape rooms really, really shitty and just like know people's reaction.
There's
like the
plenty
key
of
is,
those.
like there's a key just under the welcome mat.
It's in the doorknob.
Yeah. You pull it and you open it. It's like, you fucking escaped.
New record,
escape
1
room.
minute, and just everyone's face like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we paid $75 for that. That's right. Well, you're just smart.
It is a good. Yeah, it was $60 for two people to go.
And you have to look online too for reviews because some people just do it because it's a big trend and they just do, like you said, do it really shitty.
Yeah.
You have to find the really good ones. Where
What's a really good escape room?
there's a few in Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have different. How many different rooms do they have?
I would
It
imagine.
depends on the company.
Oh.
They're not all owned by the same place.
I would imagine
Some have
there's
themes
a lot.
too. You know, like you're in a museum or some kind of like
Like hungry hookers. That's one of the things.
I hate fun group activities like that. I do. I mean, and that to me, like when my friend did it with her family, and I spoke to a buddy of mine who was having a party where everybody comes over. It's like a murder mystery. I would be so humiliated to do that with family.
But you know how many people
Oh,
come up.
Uncle Perry, it looks like you're the bank robber. Oh, it ain't me.
But Jim Norton's Murder Mystery Theater. You know how many people would come out to that dinner?
Jim Norton's murder mystery. You know what? I should open my own.
We would enjoy yours, Jimmy.
Yeah.
You would make it
Go home.
special.
It'd be weird. It'd be weird clues. Where can I find the clues? You see that lady? It's taped behind her cock.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
It would be. All right, we got Theo Vaughn here. Theo, you got gigs or what, buddy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
you
going to be in
gonna be?
Charlotte, North Carolina, man. I'm heading to the mighty Midwest this week.
Well, how about we sell that shit out for Theo Vaughn?
Yeah, let's get in there at the Comedy Zone this weekend.
So what days? Thursday, Friday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, looks like. Starting tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday.
Comedy Zone, Charlotte, North Carolina. Wake up, Charlotte. Go see Theo Vaughn. He's very entertaining.
It's going to be good, man. I got some good stories coming on. Yeah, we'll tell you about them, dude. My brother tried to do sex to me when we were younger. I'm going to talk about that. Telling that on stage right now. And I'm trying to turn the Doc Gooden story, the Daryl Strawberry story that happened in here, I'm trying to turn that into a stage story, too.
Oh, where you came in here all still sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
I've been writing that one out, so we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, it's good stuff, man. We'll be there in Charlotte this weekend, and then be here at Gotham next weekend.
Very good. And Jimmy's got Buffalo this weekend.
Tomorrow, oh no, sneeze coming. Oh, thank goodness.
How good does that feel?
Oh my God, it's like coming out of your nose. I have...
You're not wrong.
It really is amazing.
You're not wrong.
Thursday through Sunday, I'm at Helium in Buffalo, working out the new hour, which is just about ready to be shot. Australia, Melbourne, Sydney, Friday the 9th, and Saturday the 10th, and Sunday the 11th. Thursday the 15th is Minneapolis. Friday the 16th, it's Pittsburgh. Saturday, September 24th, 2 shows in Toronto at the Just for Laughs Festival. A second show has been added.
Damn.
Levity Live, September 29th through October 1st. That's the final workout before the theater for the special. And I'm shooting October the 7th. 2 shows in the Lincoln Theater, Washington, D.C., where I shot Monster Rain. And then I hit Reno the week after that. Just as kind of a fun wrap-up after. But I'm really looking forward to shooting this special. I feel very good about this hour.
Reno's pretty cool.
I've never been. I'm going to go to Dennis's Bunny Ranch when I'm out there.
Are you?
Of course.
Yeah, Pauly Shore almost set me up with a trip out there, but I didn't take it. Next time I'll go. I don't know. I was just a little nervous.
I want to go out there like a bunch of...
Yeah?
We just think...
Are you going to buy some hooks out there?
Yeah. I like that's a cool abbreviation. You buy some hooks, get the whole out of there. that makes it such a long conversation. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I've never been.
Yeah. God, we just think differently. You were talking about Reno. I'm like, I was going to suggest you to go for a nice little hike or something, and you're like, yeah,
I'm going to the Bunny Ranch.
Right.
I'm going to hike to the Bunny. Oh, James Carville is on Fox. I wish we had him today. I love him. I just roasted him.
Did you?
He's awesome.
He's a Louisiana guy.
Yes, he is.
He's great.
Yeah, Carville, he's crazy dude.
Yeah. Actually, we got the nicest man in the world coming through today.
Oh, come on, man.
You're up there. You're on the short list.
Thank you.
But we're talking about Henry Winkler, the Fonz from the old days. He's got a new show with Shatner, George Foreman.
It's a new show
Terry
called
Bradshaw.
Kirk and Henry, where we just say nice things to each other. Hi, Kirk. Henry, how are you? Hello, Kirk. How's Hank Zipster? I don't remember. Such a good lesson.
Can you please interview him as Kirk?
Of course. Hi, Henry. I'm feeling good, too.
That would be wonderful.
Hey, you do that. I put my pinkies up. It's kind of like your...
I had a good, I used to close my set with a joke like that. I was like, oh, you hear what happened to the Fonz? He got AIDS. That was the joke.
I don't know this one. Why are you guys laughing at me? Oh, of course.
Happy birthday, Vince McMahon.
Happy birthday, Vince McMahon.
71.
71. What's going on over there at the WWE? There's a lot of controversy over the ending of that SummerSlam match with
Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar?
Yes. And who's at odds now? Mr. McMahon and Triple H?
No, not really.
I just saw a headline there. Fucking McMahon is in WWE News. Triple H and Vince McMahon at odds over finish to SummerSlam main event. What are the odds there, Eric? You were in Suplex City.
I didn't see this story, but that's not a credible source either. So it could just be someone's opinion poll.
Oh, okay.
The Inquisitor?
Yeah.
Wasn't Brock fined $500? Is that true?
Whoa!
Yeah. Exactly.
Are they trying to chase him out?
Exactly. Whoa! After ripping open Randy Orton's forehead, more or less more on the top of his head. You don't want to, ugly up that face too much, right?
Is that their standard for blood showing up on TV?
Stephanie McMahon finds Brock Lesnar $500.
I think that's just storyline.
That's just bullshit too?
I think they're making a storyline where, because she finds him $500 and Shane McMahon doesn't think that's a steep enough punishment, so then it'll be Stephanie and Shane going back and forth, and Shane will try to...
You guys are the wrestling guys. Someone on Twitter told me that they couldn't tell Chris Jericho was at work because the cameras are still rolling, and they were trying to get Chris Jericho to shut the fuck up.
No, that wasn't on camera. Jericho and
Brock. Oh, okay.
No, that was all backstage.
That's why I'm bringing it up. Okay, so that's not true. Because Jericho got in everyone's face backstage for a while there. Is everything cool now?
I guess.
All right, this wrestling thing isn't going anywhere. Hey, Theo. These are two huge wrestling fans.
I know, you guys are the big wrestlers, loving the wrestling and whatnot.
I truly don't care to that point, but I know there's a lot of people still talking about Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton, so I thought maybe you guys would bring in some inside scoop or inside knowledge on this.
Really been nothing.
Comment, Edic, comment.
And then we're friends with Chris Jericho, and I'm thinking,
He's awesome.
We love Chris
He's a
Jericho.
great guy. I saw him in the airport the other day. They needed a good. They need someone to die in WWE. I feel like every couple of years somebody has to die.
Every couple of years, they haven't had one in a while.
They haven't, and it's time.
I mean, a current wrestler, their ex-wrestlers are dying every other weekend.
Yeah.
I just saw a lovely photo of Chris Jericho on Tony Iommi's Twitter. He did, I guess, his podcast. He said what a nice guy Chris was. I was very jealous.
How do you think CM Punk's going to do in his fight?
I don't know. Mickey Gall is 1-0, so it's not like he's been around for years, but he's probably been taking MMA a lot longer than
Did you watch the
CM
Punk Dunk documentary?
No, not yet. I think I'm interviewing him next week, so I'll watch him before I talk to him.
I'm rooting for CM Punk.
Oh, yeah,
me
I
too.
like him.
They had a nice piece during 202, kind of, hyping up CM Punk, his first fight. He looks like he's taking it very seriously.
Oh, he is, man. Yeah, absolutely.
But they're also saying, look, they picked a very soft opponent for him.
No, they picked a guy who had the same experience level.
Same experience
Yeah,
level, sure.
like who's probably been training longer, but you can't throw a 37-year-old guy in there with someone that's been training for 10 years in MMA.
True, but people are like, what the fuck, But it's a guy on pretty much CM Punk's level, maybe a little more experienced.
Yeah, younger guy too. So it's I don't know who people wanted them to pair him up with. He's never had a professional fight or an amateur fight. So wrestling is tough, but I don't think he's ever had a fight.
I love CM Punk. I respect him for doing this, but it's just a little strange because he's 37 years old, getting into the MMA game.
It seems like it's not going to end well.
He'll do all right in his first fight. I don't know where it goes from there, because then he's got to start fighting other more experienced guys and keep moving up.
Yeah, it's going to end with Christian Rock, I think, for him. I could see that kind of.
Christian Rock,
like that. Yeah.
It ends with him going back to the WWE.
He's an athlete, though, man. He's not the fact that he's able to. He's been training for a couple of years, so it's not like he's just doing this for 6 months.
Right.
And they said he is training with really good people, and he's training really hard.
Really hard.
Wow. I respect him a lot for doing it because he doesn't need it. He could have stayed in WWE, made a shitload more money.
Right.
He just wants to do this.
Yeah. I can't wait to see. What is it? Is it the next pay-per-view?
Yeah, I think it's September 10th.
No,
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it is September 10th in Ohio.
In Cleveland, yeah.
I think it's 205. No, 203.
No, 203.
Well, that's the next one.
Yeah.
203 is the next one.
Miocic is the headline. Him and Al, he's a Cleveland guy. Alistair Overeem, they're fighting for the heavyweight title. Ooh. And the fucking co-main event is great. That's a really good one.
That was the first fight I ever saw. Was this last week? The last one.
Oh, that was
first
a good
fight
one.
I ever saw.
Oh,
UFC.
That's a tough place to start because that was one of the best fights almost ever in UFC.
It was the greatest thing I've ever watched.
Diaz. Did you like what's his name before? Oh, I forgot. Johnson. The knockout before that?
Yeah, that was scary though. That kind of scared me.
Yeah, those guys leave not feeling too well.
But he beat up that older man. Huh? It seemed like an older man that he beat up. It just seemed like it was wrong.
How old was Johnson's opponent there? He's in his upper 30s?
Teixeira? I don't know. I mean, but he was ranked number 2. I mean, there's the champion, Cormier, and Johnson's ranked number 1, and Glover Teixeira is ranked number 2 in light heavyweight.
So he's no joke.
No, not at all.
But they say his knockouts are just downright scary, as you can see for yourself. The guy was still trying to fight as they were trying to get him together again. He was still grappling on the ground. There was something we were going to talk about right before the break. Henry Winkler is coming up in another hour or two. Jim Gaffigan's show was... I don't know if it was canceled, but he's not returning for season 3.
Why?
I love the show.
Yeah, people said it's because he doesn't have the time commitment.
They said in the paper that him and his wife want to spend more time with their 5 kids.
You know, Gaffigan, to be honest, I think the show is doing well. It's a tremendous amount of buzz. I hate to say buzz around it, but there is. And I actually believe that they stopped it.
Wow.
Because Gaffigan's doing so well. He's doing... I just talked to Ted Alexandro, who tours with Jim, and he said, he's doing anywhere between 2,000 and an arena. Like, Jim is doing massive gigs. He has so many commercials. he's, as they say, a made man, and this show is brilliant, but it's just so much work.
I loved the show.
I did too, and I'm really sorry to hear that it's not coming back. I think Jim should, if he can continue to do it. It's easy for me to dictate what he should do with his career when he's doing arenas. And I'm going, come out to helium. I'll do Jim Kelly joke. Well, good for them, you know. Maybe they got something else they want to do.
I'm just bummed because it definitely was a good show.
I'm bummed because it had me on it.
Yeah. He gave us a little taste.
That was nice.
They got a little taste on Jim Gaffigan's show. That was nice of them.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Check
that out.
I knew what I was going to talk about. I wrote it down. Orgasmic meditation. People are always asking me when you come in here to ask you about your orgasmic meditation. Get updates on that damn thing.
Yeah.
You had one the other night?
I had one the other night up on 67th or I'll have to look and see. In that area. I'm not going to give out an address or a last name.
Oh, Theo's getting smarter as the day goes on. Theo likes giving personal details. What the fuck? And her social security number is.
I might drop a DNA code, though, at some point. Actually, an Israeli woman, this lady, Ella, went up there and,
Upper East, Upper West?
Off of Park. It was nice.
I guess it doesn't matter, but
nice area.
And did she have the nest set up and everything?
Yep, she had the nest set up, which made it easier for me because I didn't want to go out and buy a nest. And
there's no blood flowing in you. There's no erections.
This lady was actually probably one of the more attractive ladies that I've done this with.
What'd she look like?
She was shorter, a little kind of Rubenesque, but like fired up and had like kind of like an inner kind of like fire in her.
Did she have big ankles? That's sexy.
She had stronger legs than she did arms, and that was it, man. She had kind of shorter legs, which was kind of which I hadn't been around that before. So it felt a little at some point because you're just locked off. You're focused on the vagina and just the pleasuring of that.
She was a little lady with little legs. Did she have Game of Thrones posters all over the house? My brother's in. I don't know.
She had nice boobs.
Yeah, she had. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see. She keep the top on. So
she have good haircut. Guy who just makes it creepy really fast. What did her cunt look like?
Jimmy, would you be able to do this?
You know, I might, because if I wasn't attracted to her, just to do it, to learn how to make someone, because it might take, like, there's a whole way to rub a girl's pussy, and I have fucked up so many. Do you know, I'm 48 years old, and it was within the last 6 months, a woman told me that when you're rubbing the clit, you're not supposed to go like that as hard as you can. I didn't know. But no, I would try it, sure. I mean, why not?
Yeah, very cold.
Oh, good
Someone
fought.
broke wind.
I don't know.
That was a good fight.
Beautiful. It was great, though. It was chill.
Walk us through it. So was it a Facebook post?
I go in. It was nice. Yeah, we met on Facebook through the OM group. I go up there. It was nice. They had a bellman or whatever at the bottom, which was pretty cool.
Is your picture online too, so she could pick who's gonna?
Well, we became friends. We became friends.
Facebook friends.
Yes. So they've been talking a little bit back and forth.
Yeah, she invited me out to some other ones, and I couldn't make it, and then this one I could, and so...
Oh, she wanted Theo. So what are you doing? Can you come to the one on Houston? No, I gotta work. I gotta go. How about the other one in Soho? Tuesday afternoon at 4:15.
That's really exactly what happened. Every morning on Broadway, there's one every morning on Broadway.
She's bugging him. You could do it through the Holland Tunnel, and I'll Uber back.
I'm at odds with you on this. I just feel like it's a classier way to hook up. I really do. Oh, even though it's a one-way hookup. But
no.
God,
no, get out there. Like, imagine going to, it's all the way, you're not getting any pleasure. You're just being patient, but you are learning how to touch a woman. And I had no clue what I was doing before. And I have totally learned now. But
you're still doing it now that you've learned. So there's gotta be some kind of not weird, I shouldn't say weird. There's a turn on to it.
No, it helps me defeat anxiety. I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to being around women.
But why not just I'm not taking you to task.
No, I'm just take me to task.
I'm just asking you questions because I'm trying to understand it, and I think other people are trying to understand it. Why not just a regular meditation class then for the anxiety?
Right.
Why does it have to be a clit?
Because a lot of my anxiety comes from dealing with women. So so I'm able to face two things at one moment. So I'm able to be there dealing with anxiety and being there with a woman at the same time. And so that's some of the stuff that I think it helps.
Okay.
You know?
So you met her on Facebook and then she invites you up there. There's a doorman. Then
doorman.
I like hearing like, okay, now you're at the door. And then the door opens. Does your heart flutter a little bit? Like you're like, oh, there's got to be an excitement on some level. Maybe not a sexual excitement, but just an excitement.
Well, she had a roommate or a friend or somebody who was working in a room in the front that was writing on a computer. So then I knew there was going to be somebody else in the apartment. So I was like, oh, this is going to be
a little weird,
interesting. Yeah. So we walked past them. We went in the kitchen.
Does she introduce you to her roommate?
She said, hey, we're going to be in the back. That's what she said to her. Deborah, I don't know.
Hi, this is my friend Theo. Hello. Don't shake his hand!
Is there a washing of the hand when you get to these strangers' apartments?
I did wash my hands. I washed my hands in the kitchen sink, and she gave me a glass of water. She offered me something else. What did she offer me? Some type of a fruit juice.
What an old lady. Would you care for a pineapple juice before you touch my twat? Would you care for a pineapple juice before you separate my bat-wing vagina? Would you care for a fruity beverage? How about a Hawaiian punch? 5% fruit juice for the taste everyone loves.
Do you mix your fruits in your juice drink?
Do you like a pulpy orange juice, do you, Theo?
I got a terrific cranberry and apple juice in my fridge.
I'd love you to have some fruit juice before you dip your fingers into my pussy. Would you do that before you separate my gray hairs?
Do you like crackers with your fruit juice?
Jesus Christ.
Got some saltines.
My pussy looks like Gandalf's mouth. Would you?
She offered you a fruit juice.
It was nice of her. Usually they just offer water. She gave me the upsell.
What kind of fruit juice was it?
I don't know. It was
fruit juice.
It was something fancy though, like one of those palm juices.
Of course
or
it
something.
was. This thing is so weird. I hope this isn't boring to the listener because I can't get enough of this orgasmic meditation.
How could this be boring? He's going to finger the tub lady from The Shining. That's awesome.
How old is she?
I would say she's probably 48, 50. So this was on the younger side, which was pretty cool.
Was she mad when you said no to her fruit juice?
I've just said, wow, look at that lady.
That's the tub lady, yes.
Did she say anything sexy? Nobody has touched me like this since my hysterectomy. Since they went in there and scooped out all my plumbing. No one has touched me like this since they ladled out all my birthing equipment.
Wow. Ladled it out. All right, so you walk by the roommate who's like trying to be a writer.
I don't know if I can tell anymore.
Was it a writer? Kind of, she was blogging, she was writing.
I don't think
something.
She was blogging about this. I mean, I don't know.
No, I'm sure she wasn't blogging. Well, maybe. Who knows?
But a lot of these people are ingrained in they work with the program as well. So a lot of times they are blogging about it and stuff. But so we go into this other room. It was her bedroom. She had a thing set up on the floor, a couple pillows.
That's the nest.
That's the nest.
I understand the nest now.
The glove.
Was it an impressive nest?
And the lubricant. It was nice. This lady had some money, so they had nice pillows.
Mm-hmm.
Pillows that have like the edge and then something coming off the edge, like some tassels or something. You know what I'm talking about? Like sometimes you get to the edge of the pillow and there's nothing. That's just kind of poor people.
Sure.
But if there's something hanging off the edge, sometimes a little bit nicer.
Okay.
And she had some of that, and then we
Does she go in another room to take her pants off?
No. She's like, are you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. So I had a little bit more of my water real fast, and then I sat down. She put her leg over me.
But she takes her pants off right in front of you?
Yeah, she takes them off right there.
Turn on to me. Would that be a turn on to you, Jimmy? Or are you able to separate that and go, okay, this is...
It could be. It depends on the situation because you're meeting the person. You could go, I'm meeting this woman in a totally, like she's inviting me for a fruit juice and this is a nice thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to touch her pussy. Like that might turn me on. The inappropriateness of meeting a woman. It's not a sexual situation, quote unquote. So her actually sliding her pants off and opening her legs. 50... I don't know.
I think even 50.
That might drive me a little crazy.
Something about it.
Oh, God. Put your fingers in there. I haven't felt this good since the first time I went to a Jake LaMotta fight. I remember when he fought Ray Robinson the second time I had my first orgasm. Slide it in fast. The hood's a little milky.
I think if we took a poll, most guys would think there's a bit of a sexual turn on there when she all of a sudden takes her pants off and you're seeing her vagina. I think it'd be overwhelmingly a turn on to most guys.
The top and the bottom of my vagina have that white stuff like a manic depressive's mouth when he's on medication. Quickly put your fingers in. Diddle my clitoris.
My doctor says it's healthy.
Yes, if I throw my head back, my wig might fall off. Don't let that throw you.
It's a healthy discharge. What was the small talk about before you got down to business?
Yeah, what do you talk about?
How do you like the city? I told her I'm new in the city. It's like, how do you like the city? It's great.
Oh, you're Joe Buck from Midnight Cowboy. Yes, ma'am, I'm good at loving. I'm going to make you feel good. My friend's back in a little house we don't rent. It's winter. We live in an abandoned building. My friend Rico needs medicine.
I'm just up here touching pussy for some medicine.
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. How do you do? Money, M-O-N-Y.
So, yeah,
a good, strong back, Joe Buck.
She asked you how you like the city.
Yeah.
Did she give you any pointers?
Talk.
She give you pointers about the city? Maybe a nice restaurant to
She said you're going to love it. She said you're going to love it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and I just was rambling off about some stuff. And I'm just making sure the area's secure. You know, I'm looking around to see, you know, making sure there's no, like, you know, people hiding in the closet, anybody with a video camera, something that could be creepy or something I don't know that I'm getting involved in.
Sure,
you know?
you're just making, the lay of the land, as we say.
Yeah, getting a lay of the land. So then, we sit down, we lay there, she starts the thing, and then I gotta put the gloves on, I touch her legs.
Wait, there's gloves?
Yeah, you gotta wear these gloves, like cafeteria gloves, like the thin ones. The
the deli gloves. I didn't know you wore
deli gloves.
Did you tell us that before?
Yeah, you can't be just rogue on the vagina with your own finger.
I didn't realize that.
And the gloves help too, because you have a lubricant too. They got their own brand of lubricant too. They upsell you on that. $25.
That's really sexy. Put the deli gloves on. That's really hot.
Wait.
Right after you make me come, could you make me a pimento loaf? Make me an olive loaf sandwich.
I cut it thin. I like it thin.
A thinly sliced olive loaf on a roll, please, after you make me come, with a little bit of plain French's mustard on it.
I think I got some pumpernickel in the kitchen.
French's mustard.
Wait, you get the gloves and the lube from the what? From the organization?
Yeah, and I brought.
They have official gloves for this?
Well, the gloves you can get them kind of anywhere, but the ones that I like to use are more the cafeteria see-through ones where you can still see your hands. I don't like gloves where you can't see your hands.
Yeah, weird colors is weird.
Yeah,
I agree. You don't look like a Marvel comic book hero.
Yeah, fascinated by this.
Yeah,
just because I don't understand it.
So then you lube up, and then you get a look.
You should get white gloves like a Disney character. Quick, Mickey, put your fingers in there. Put little mouse ears on, really creep her out.
Maybe I'll start doing some dress-up ones.
Sure.
Do you have to sign anything? That's a good question.
No.
Sign a DNR or something.
There's
like
something.
A DNR?
That's what this
do not resuscitate?
Is that guy?
Why would you sign a DNR?
That might be this guy's joke.
Oh, yeah, I would hope so.
He hung up. Do you have to sign
my
a DNR?
God, yeah, DNR. If I die, don't bring me back.
Oh, no.
I think confidential.
In the beginning, whenever you get in the program, you sign something, but I never signed it. I would just go up evading the email.
What do they want you to sign? Something says you won't go on the radio show, give out the address?
He was trying to. Yeah. Just because he thought it'd make the story better.
So I laid her back. I was like, Edna, you just relax. What do they call that? An orgasm? Is that a pussy glove?
And
what do they call it? A deli glove? A vagina glove? What do they call that? Tree coffee?
God, you got gloves on, you got the lube, and now you have lube.
I gotta put me in a nest. What do they call that? A birdhouse? A nest? You know what they call that?
What do you think Edna's nest would look like?
Probably just a bunch of old newspapers around it. Edna's a woman of simple pleasures.
She would put her hiney right in the cat box.
Oh, I bet her, yeah. I bet her vagina's eating something when you get down there. I bet it's finishing off a donut.
Yeah, ignore them saltine wrappers down there by my vagina.
It'll talk to you if you give it some soup crackers.
Yeah, soup crackers, little oysterettes.
So there I am. Then you get a lube. You get lube on this
He's pointing to his fist.
Both index fingers?
Both index fingers.
Why wouldn't I go for the joke? I have to actually tell people, he's lube on both index fingers. Yeah.
But it's good. You got to set it up, you're setting it up.
I know, but my job's boring to set it up. How about I fucking throw a fist joke in there?
You got this creepopotamus sitting right here. What are you going to do?
Well, a fist joke is just natural for me. It just comes out. I don't know why. It comes out usually at bad times.
So then you have to describe their vagina to them. That's one of the rules.
Oh my God, would that be fun?
Yeah. And you have to use terminology that is positive and that is,
All right, look, we don't know this lady, so how did you describe her vagina?
The thing that baby Jessica fell into.
It's not the guessing game.
La Brea.
I drove through it this morning to get to your apartment.
Oh, no.
There was a road crew.
A Hot Pocket.
Right.
A tuna. No, that's wrong.
I think they call it tree branch coffee.
Yeah, tree branch coffee. You call it marmalade coffee, iced coffee. What do they call it?
A pothole.
So yeah, you have to describe it.
Yeah, good. How did you describe it?
I said,
that's a really dicey area to get into.
But that's the thing. You have to use positive terminology. I said your vagina is very pink, kind of like. Let me think what I said. Did I say salmon? Maybe
it's got the color of a fat man's neck.
Yeah,
a brownish, chafed color.
I said, I did say I think it looked very relaxed, which I felt like that wasn't a good thing to say.
A relaxed pussy.
So I think that made me question if that was the
because
terminology.
They want relaxed means kind of
droopy,
hanging and droopy. They want They want it to be described like there's some kind of stress going on.
Yes. Yeah. Your vagina looks like a basset hound on Vicodin.
Right. On a car window. On a country road. Yeah, they want to feel like there's some fucking...
Jesus Christ, dude.
Well, I mean, we get it. Relax is not a proper way to describe
relax
it.
is an inappropriate term.
Yeah, so it's an inappropriate term, and I felt bad about that, but I did.
Your vagina looks tuckered out, right, if you don't mind me. Like it needs to be fanned and have a mint julep handed to it.
Relax, like a volleyball net before the competition.
After PE.
Before they tighten it up nice for the tournament.
Yeah, like a senior's volleyball net.
Yes. Relax. Yeah, I can understand that would be the worst word.
Looks like the neck of a turkey.
Right.
Like a melted coffee. Like, what do they call that? A cold coffee? What do they call that? High heel boots coffee?
Looks like a flat tire on the side of the highway.
Look at vagina. What's it look like? I don't know. Looks like a melted cheese sandwich that's been punched through.
Looks like a hot air balloon plummeting to the earth.
Yes. Little screaming people hanging off it.
Right. Relax.
Looks like your thighs are chewing gum.
Yeah. Relaxed. Ooh, yeah. I would imagine that's not good. Did she say that wasn't good?
No,
Did
she didn't
scold
say.
you?
No, she didn't say. Because I think
tears ran down the side of her head because she's on her back, so she cried sideways. They pulled up by her ears.
I did see her pussy. Her pussy frowned at me a little bit. I did see that.
Yeah, it made that noise. Oh, come on. What's your pussy say? Oh, come on.
Yeah.
All right.
So
yes. What's your pussy? Oh, yeah.
One side of the labia was bigger than the other side, so I had to say that.
Oh no! It's like Berlin. It's divided in the middle.
It's just part of the terminology. You just got to use.
Why would you have to say that?
Just because it brings everything.
It looks
down.
like a before and after diet photo.
Yeah, that's it. One lip looks before.
You shouldn't say that to a woman. I don't know if they want to hear that.
But you say it so that it takes all the sexuality out of it. You just say it to make everything
okay.
You know. And then you use your thumb to kind of pull their like.
Oh, wait till Henry Winkler's in here. He'll love that. Hey!
To pull their vagina up a little bit, and then you get your other finger and you start diddling, man, and the timer's going. And
well, you have to do that leg thing. See, I listen to you.
Yeah, you do the leg pressure, but you do that first before you.
You put your leg over her leg or something like that while she's in the nest.
Yeah, you've established that, but that's the first thing you establish, and then you do the grounding pressure. You put your hands on their thighs, and then you look at the vagina and describe it to them. And then you say, okay, now I'm going to touch your pussy. That's what you say.
Pussy?
Yep, you have to say pussy. And you say that, and then
that's a sexual term.
Yeah, kind of.
It sure is.
I'm going to touch your bat cave. I try not to to give them no mixed messages.
You don't, right?
And then you just key in, you can't be on your phone while you're doing it.
Why would you be? I mean, it's awkward to be texting. What are you doing? I'm just rooting around in an ancient twat. What are you doing? Just fingering the crypt keeper. How about you?
Just checking my Twitter mentions.
Just checking my app mentions.
I'm in this crazy escape room.
Your innocence at times is amazing.
Yeah.
I would assume that you wouldn't be on your phone.
Yes.
I love that you have to add that detail.
No, it feels like a wool hat with egg salad in it. So it's like an egg salad joke.
Yes. What is wrong with you guys?
I like the fact that you got to describe it.
Yeah.
So those are the rules, and then you're there for 15 minutes. You're keyed in, and you know exactly. I mean, you start to really ride the wave. You're like a surfer, man. You know exactly what's going on. You're hardly even moving your finger. You're really keyed in. Your girl's just vibing out.
Let the nail get nice and long, and just scrape that clit.
Like you're scratching a mosquito bite.
Yeah, just it's all red and raw. Put Purell on your finger and just clean her dirty clit. Dirty clit! Dirty clit! You know how it would burn her pussy? Dirty!
I'm going to post a picture with no over him on the message board today.
Yeah, just rub it with Purell. Yeah. You're a sinning old bag, aren't you?
What do you call this? A vagina button?
Yeah, what do they call this here? Doorbell and knocker? What is this, a pussy nose? What is this, a fleshy chicklet? Oh, I don't know what they call this here. A knot? A wound?
Right here. So do you turn over the 15 minutes?
She starts it on her phone. They have a special timer.
Special timer.
And and you're vibing. You're there for 13 minutes. You're just keyed in. And
the one question, because I'm learning from you, the upper left quadrant.
That's a hot zone, man.
But is it her upper left or what you're seeing? So it's your left.
Her upper left.
So it's her upper left. So how you're seeing it is the right.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you're right there. And you just keep, and you ask her, like, is this okay? And she can say, like, faster or a little bit slower, please, or a little bit higher, a little bit lower. But that's the only terminology that's used.
Is she moaning?
Yeah, some of them start vibing out. This one lady sprayed out over in Venice one time and hit this brother on the back, actually, with a hot stream.
That was one of the group ones.
Yeah, it was one of the group ones.
So she's having an orgasm.
That's it right there.
I know that's it.
Feet lock up. Everybody's barefoot. Everybody got bare feet. Yeah, a little fruit bowl in the back on that desk. And a man with a perfectly coiffed hair and a piece of his ear missing. That man has a piece of his ear missing. Look at his fucking left ear. How does she come with that fucking bitten ear? Look at his ear.
Oh, what's wrong with his ear?
I don't know.
Who notices that?
How could you not notice? His head is front and center.
Yeah, that's a little...
Look, after dog fighting, this is help you get over that.
Yeah, first time I did this, a pit bull got me. I don't know why everyone talks like this in my bit.
His ear looks like her vagina. So she's moaning. Did she orgasm this latest one?
This lady, I felt like she did. She got really heated, and then
and she didn't want more. Once again, she didn't want more. Go like, fuck this whole practice.
We got to the end, and
okay,
and I was like, awesome. Then you share like a frame. She sits up and
what was your frame that you shared with her?
My frame is a lot of times mine is pretty stuck in like I can't get out of my own like body, so it's like my back was hurt and I felt like a little bit of muscle tension in my shoulder. Mine's a pretty lame. Mine's pretty lame.
Was she sympathetic to your frame?
No, she goes, well, what about some of your feelings? What was something you felt? And I said, okay, I felt like I kind of, got out of my head for a little while, and it felt like a cool blue feeling came over my brain. That's what I told her.
Cool blue feeling. That's great.
And then she described like a buzzing in the back of her back. She said I felt like a strong, like warm buzzing in my back.
That's where the penis goes.
Yeah.
It certainly is.
And then that was it. Yeah, this is full throttle. Who made this thing? Oh yeah, then you got to apply the grounding pressure at the end.
Yeah, I understand. I remember you telling us
both hands over the vagina and push really hard like you're hiding coins in there.
Yeah, or if she's like it's fucking like it's like clear, you're trying to pump her pussy back up to life. Yeah. It just it deflates.
Are you tempted to touch the butthole?
Well, the weird thing is one of your hands goes under their butt while you do it. So, because you're just using one hand. So, like, you actually sit one hand under their butt. So, it's a little weird because one of your thumbs is almost right at their butt, kind of butthole almost. So that's a little bit weird. It's all a little weird. There's the lube right there. That's the
special lube.
Yeah.
So then the frames are done. She tells her frame, you tell your frame, and then what? She just like puts her pants back on and says, "All right, beat it."
Yeah, then I just kind of like
her.
Does she offer
her slacks? She has slacks.
Yeah.
She puts her slacks and her white sneakers, her fucking old lady nurse shoes on, walks you to the door.
Do you know where I left my colostomy bag? Just thrown about the place.
So I'm gonna go do some comedy. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna knit my grandson an Afghan and a hat. Now that I'm relaxed, all the tension's been out of my swollen vagina.
I'm gonna go bird watching.
Let my clitoris a scarf.
Any fruit juice on the way out, or she's done with you and your fruit juice?
No, that was it. She.
Do you walk past?
Oh yeah, they had an art in in the hallway. They had an art in the hallway that looked pretty cool. It was it was like a big Stonehenge type of face, and I remember being like, "Oh, is that Stonehenge?" And she's like, "No." It's something
That's
else.
my grandson. Oh, sorry. Oh, he's a little funny, is he?
He's from New Zealand, is he?
Is that Stonehenge? No, it's not. That's my grandson. His mother was a drinker.
Yeah, so. Is that Stonehenge? No, that's my grandson.
Yeah, she'd be very angry at you. That was so much fun. Is that Stonehenge? No, it's not. He's a good boy.
So, and that was it, man. I left and I admired the building a little bit because it was pretty nice. And then I wondered if the man at the front desk knew if he was involved or anything or knew anything. And then that was it.
I got a new question. Every time you come in here, I'm going to ask you more about this. Do you use any of these to maybe pleasure yourself after you're, back at your place?
No.
Also, one of these pops in and goes, "Oh, wow, that was kind of hot, man." No?
No, it just makes me feel a little bit more comfortable around women. Like if I'm around a woman, it makes me feel more comfortable around them. And it makes me realize that everybody's like a sexual being. So now sometimes if I see my mom, I might ask her like, how's your sex life? Is that pretty crazy?
You would want to know.
I don't really want to know, but I want to recognize that she does have one and she's still a lady.
I think we all recognize our moms had or have a sex life.
Yeah, maybe that's true. But I think it just makes me see that all women have a vagina, where I used to think like, oh, some of these women definitely probably don't have vaginas.
Right.
Yeah, they just got like snakes living in their skirts, or just something out of a negative thought.
Let's see. Will in Manhattan thinks Theo is sexually repressed because of religion. Massage therapist Jay in Virginia. He practices orgasmic meditation with clients. Scott in Virginia.
That's illegal.
Even with the gloves, can you smell her on your fingers after? Jesus.
Sometimes the room smells pretty vascular.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice smell, like a good liverwurst.
It smells like somebody's been tanning leather in the next room. Yeah.
Hey, we just have I have to say the best listeners, because then Vince, this is all he heard. Once you're done, would have killed the mood to smell your fingers like you're huffing paint. Let me go to Will real fast. Will hung up. You're the one I wanted to go to. All right.
I remember one lady came in really, really staunch. This one, and she was really aggressive, and that made me angry at her because I was providing a service to her, and I felt like I remember feeling very angry after that.
Was it a one-on-one?
No, it was at a group thing. And then one guy freaked out at a group thing one time, and they had to detain him. They had to take him outside. He started yelling stuff like, I control this. I control this pussy. He yelled a couple times, and then they took him out back.
Beat the shit out of him.
I don't know if they beat him. I honestly, I hope they did beat him. I hope they did beat him because the
dude. What are they doing, this cult of yours?
He looks sketchy, and he's one of those people who had parted his hair so long in the middle that it started to separate his scalp. You ever see those people? Like, their scalp gets wider and wider because they've just parted it.
It's heavy.
Yeah, like Jesus, bro.
But this brings up another part. I would assume this would attract some creeps. Like, holy fuck, I'm going in a room and I get to check out some, lady's vagina.
Yeah, I don't get excited when I drive over to the course or whatever, or for when I'm headed over. I'm like, this is something I need to do to try and better my life, But there was this one brother, this taller brother. I'm not going to say his name. But he has white hair and actually had pretty nice blue eyes, which you don't see very often.
Yeah.
But I said, well, why do you come? And he goes, he drives an hour and 10 minutes every night to the one when I go to in LA. And he's like, man, I drive over here to stroke some pussy.
Well, that's exactly good for him. That's the honest response.
Yes.
I go in there to stroke a little pussy.
And then he makes believe it's part of some kind of practice. Thank you to that guy, because I would assume there's a few of those in there. And is there a practice for guys?
No, there's not a practice for guys. So some gay guy kept asking. He's asked every time I've been in this one thing if there's a practice for guys, and it's like.
But if it's a legit thing for women, why can't it be a legit thing for guys? We wouldn't handle it the same way, probably.
No, we would not. No, every girl that did that to me, I'm just going to stimulate your anus. They'd all have to peel their gloves off because there'd be shit on their fingers. Why? When I say that at 9 in the morning.
You did not have to say that part.
I know I didn't. I just threw it in. It'd be cute.
God,
Sometimes it'd be cute.
That was a little stocking stuffer.
Sometimes I just want to be cute.
Yeah, we were losing the lady, so Jimmy was trying to bring him back.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
All.
The women were tuning in and getting right back.
They were tuning us out, so we didn't want to lose any more women, so Jimmy decided that'll bring him back. A practice for guys, though.
You know what? I think you could start when.
Imagine a woman comes to your place and it's the roles are reversed. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's a woman out there that would do that.
Oh, I think we're getting to a time where it's very, very plausible. I feel like there's very few men left. The overall male libido is dying. And I think I could see something like that soon. Women that want to revive the men that are still out there and keep them fired up about vagina.
What quadrant would it be for us, you think?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know what the practice would be. I don't know. But if you wanted to start it, I'd be happy to, put flyers up and do the first course of it.
I would be happy to do that too. If we're going to teach a girl to jerk me off, she needs 8 hands. All right, 1 in the ass. Jerk me. Tweak the nips. Tweak the nipples.
Like, now, slowly feed me soup.
Yeah.
Getting Jimmy off is like trying to get out of one of those escape rooms.
There's a clue. There's a note hidden deep behind the colon. Right. Go in there and fish it out.
I'll try tweaking both nipples. No, fuck. I'll tweak the right nipple and put my finger in his ass.
Click.
No,
yeah.
fuck.
Just keep turning the right one till you hear it click.
Wow. Will's back. All right, let me go to Will to wrap up our latest discussion on orgasmic meditation with Theo Von. I can't get enough of this. I really can't. Will, go ahead.
Hey, Opie, Jimmy. What's up, guys?
Good evening.
Thanks for calling back.
No problem. Thank you. Theo, please don't take this as an attack, but
no.
I listened to you recently, and I just get this vibe from you that you've got like this repressed. I feel like your moral, religious, like background. I feel like you're like this freak, like you could go up against Jimmy with his things, but you're just your background is like holding you back, and I think that's why you're into this OM thing. I don't buy it. for a second that you don't run home and jerk off.
I
rub one out every time.
Oh, sorry, Will. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I completely buy what Theo's telling us. I think he would be honest and say, yeah, no, it was a major turn on with this one particular woman. I completely believe he's telling us the truth here. He's pretty open with his shit. So,
well, I respect what you're saying. I think that could be true. I mean, I think I could maybe have some freaky tendencies that I'm afraid to maybe.
Was there one thing that happened to you when you were growing up that might have set you down a weird sexual road that you're trying to get out of, or wrap your head around?
Scared, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that man threw me up against that tree and said, "Look at this cooter." That was pretty alarming. This other boy, this Rubenesque boy who kind of looked like a young Elvis impersonator, used to like make us bathe in his tub, but he didn't like touch us or anything. We were just all in there. Trying to think of what else.
Here we go. We're getting to the truth.
I don't know. I'd have to think about some things. Oh, this pedophile took us to the Marilyn Manson concert once.
It wasn't Marilyn Manson.
I don't know, man.
Another band.
I used to watch
a barbershop quartet. I took you to little Theo. They were all singing Tora, Laura, Laura, and I picked you up by your little elbows and I was kissing the back of your neck while your feet kicked. Uncle Paul, Uncle, shut up. And I bit you so hard you shat.
Oh, so yeah.
It makes Jimmy so happy. It's so funny now.
What is going
Why Marilyn Manson? And did you have to do anything to be in his car?
No, but he drove a buddy of mine to Vegas, and he tried to molest us one time while we were eating some steaks and baked potatoes at his house. I told you guys about that guy, Big Richard, I think.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, but you know what, man? No, those are real things. I mean, you go over there and it's part of the practice. I just think I have a bunch of anxiety. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it.
Oh, okay.
But if you saw a lot of these women, Bud, you wouldn't be masturbating to them. I don't think it's the type of women you would masturbate to. It's more like your mother. It's like your mother and her friends. And
well, you just contradicted yourself.
And you're pleasuring them,
Tora, Laura, Laura. And you're like, I want to hear other songs. And I went, shut up. And I twisted your little ear.
And you shat again.
Your little Theo, you was kicking me in the chest, held up your elbows.
Oh, my God.
Kissed your spine.
How is this not reported?
Kiss you I kiss you on the spine.
How is he not on every watch list?
It's the realness of it that creeps me out. The details.
But I'll tell you this, I'm going to continue to find other avenues to try and, learn some stuff, and I'll keep you posted, Will.
All right, well, let me...
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Thank you, guys.
There's two more really good calls coming in, and we were going to break, but I got to take this one. Kevin in Indianapolis. Go ahead, Kevin.
Hey, guys, how you doing today?
We're fucking having a blast.
So, I don't know, I caught kind of the end of this. I don't know if Theo told you, but the experience that I've had with this was a real hippie kind of vibe.
He's gone to the OM group. Sorry, I should have prefaced this phone call. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I apologize. Yeah, the orgasmic meditation. My girl and I went to a group introduction to this thing.
Yes.
And the lady that was giving the presentation, once again, like I said, was very hippie-ish, very kind of out there. And when my girl asked, okay, is there anything that the girls need to learn for the guys, she got so angry that even a mention of pleasing a man was even asked.
Yeah.
It was incredible how defensive they are of their vaginas.
Yeah, it could be looked at as like a feminist sort of kind of movement. It's definitely not about any pleasure for the man physically. So I could see that happening.
They probably figure that guys are selfish enough, and the problem is that everyone knows that the guys, like it's pretty. We don't take care of their pussies right.
Right.
Plus, we're volunteering to do it. I say we as men. It's
Yeah.
Yeah. And dude,
it was just shocking the amount of vitriol that spewed from her after that question was asked.
Yeah, there's a lot of vitriol in these gals these days, I feel like, and that's one place to find it, bro, by bringing that up and trying to get jerked off at one of those centers. So you got to be careful.
Wow, Kevin, your phone. All right.
But thank you.
Sorry.
All good.
Bluetooth and everything else. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right.
Cheers.
Thanks, buddy. And one more, Matt, who lives in Theo's hometown.
Ooh. Welcome aboard, Matty.
Wait, do you live in Louisiana, right? Or from where all the flooding's going on? Are you close to that shit?
My brother's family lost some of his in-laws lost their home. Yeah,
Their home.
yeah, and their family, and his wife and her parents both lost their homes.
Flood insurance?
I don't know.
I hear no flood insurance in that area.
Honestly, yeah, they didn't have flood insurance.
Can't they go through FEMA?
They might be able
FEMA
to.
action?
Hopefully.
I think Obama was encouraging people to make sure you get a hold of FEMA to maybe help out a bit.
Get a hold of FEMA. That's what I'm doing right now. My elbow. I'm chipping. You got it, babe.
All right, Matt, go ahead, bud.
Yeah, remember it was a Gary Glitter concert. You remember banana, and then I'd go on your tummy. Tora-lura-lura.
What kind of cryptic Voltron of hell are you,
That
Jim?
character's a little too real.
Yeah, it's a rough one.
Yeah, it's a rough one. I've always I've said that over the years. That's
Somebody
a rough one
test
for
this
me.
man for humanity.
Go ahead there, Matt.
No, Theo, I mean, I live in Covington. I grew up in the New Orleans area. I know, I mean, there's literally a strip club or, like the Bangkok Spa. You have to have been to the Bangkok Spa. I don't understand all this repression that you have.
Wait, what's it called?
Yeah, I never been to the Bangkok Spa. I didn't grow up around.
Do you know where the Bangkok Spa is?
I mean, it sounds like something I've heard of, but it sounds like kind of a general term.
No, Theo, it's in the French Quarter. You can't miss it. You have to know where it is.
I never went.
Shit.
You a handsome man, Mr. Gasson. Maybe you and me can go to Bangkok Spa.
No, I never went there.
What's the deal with the Bangkok Spa for a reference point here, there, Matt?
Yeah, what's it like?
Well, it's a place of pleasure. Staffed by Asian ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't really care, how old you are, as long as your money's green. You go and knock on the door, and they're on the take with the cops and everything else. So it's all on the up and up. You walk in and tell Mama Son what you want. And
Mama Son, what are you fucking clinger going into the what was Rosie's and MASH old band reference?
Mama Son.
Good job with that.
Yeah, I never been.
And then the deal gets sealed.
There we go. Oh wait, actually, you know what? I have seen this place now that you said. Now I know exactly what you're talking about now. But I've never been. I've been to some places like this in different places. I've never been to the one in New Orleans. But I think that I don't think my issues are with the prostitution aspect of anything. I just think my issues are just with dealing with women and some anxiety that I have there sexually, and that's one of the reasons why I go to the meetup, because you're in a sexual environment, but there's no pressure for sex.
Right. Okay.
But I appreciate this little walk through the French Quarter, brother.
That's it.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Anytime.
All right, Matt. Thank you. With that, we got Jim Norton.
Yes.
Leaving for Buffalo
Thank God.
tomorrow, right?
I am leaving tomorrow for Buffalo. I'm doing the Helium to do my new hour. Australia. I got Minneapolis. I got Pittsburgh. I'm really looking forward to getting to these gigs. I got Just for Laughs. The show has been added in Toronto the 24th of September. Levity Live in West Nyack to do the final run of sets before I shoot my special October the 7th in the Lincoln Theater, Washington, D.C. 2 shows. It's general admission, which is great, because the reason we're doing general admission is because there's something called seat kills. When you're shooting something, they have to put cameras up, and the director was not able to get down there to actually look at, because she was not the one who shot Monster Rain. So they like to be in the room physically and see exactly what seats they're going to have to lose. Mm-hmm. And we wanted to get tickets on sale. I didn't wait until they had time to go down and take a trip. So we're just doing GA, which is actually a lot easier, because then you fucking maniacs can get up to the front. And then I'm at Reno, October the 15th, the Grand Theater, which I'm really looking forward to finally doing that city.
There you go. JimNorton.com for everything Jim Norton. Theo?
Yeah, I'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, at the Comedy Zone. And then I'll be in Gotham here in New York City, September 2nd and 3rd. And then September 15th through 18th, I'll be at the Addison Improv there in Dallas.
Great club, man.
Yeah,
many times. Addison Improv.
It is awesome.
Yeah, it really is a good, well-run place. And they have that piano bar right across. Do they still have that joint?
I'm sure they do, yeah.
They do. It's
we
right
used to
there.
wander across the hall into the piano bar. It's a good vibe down there. But Charlotte, wake up. Let's see Theo Von at the Comedy Zone Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
That's going to be killer,
Henry
man.
Winkler coming in, too. Thumbs up, and then we're going to pinky of, hey. You do thumbs, I do pinkies.
Let's just
Get the jukebox.
let's go with it. Let's just go for it. I mean, with Henry.
Winkler?
Yeah, let's talk about orgasmic meditation with Mr. Winkler.
I'll tell him my age joke. You probably won't like it.
He's the nicest. Have you met him?
I've heard he's super nice.
He's a lovely
He's
guy.
a lovely man.
He's a lovely man.
I got some PS4 Deluxe Edition Madden 17 to give away.
Wow.
Oh, you want to do a little thing? Or you want to just give them away?
Oh, I think we should do a little thing. I think people should earn it. Like, remember Smith Barney? We make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it. Do you remember that commercial? Smith Barney.
I totally remember. You're too young for that shit. Theo.
His name was John Houseman, I think.
Yeah.
Why do we got to look this up?
I know it's Houseman. I'm questioning you on the John
Houseman.
part.
I think so.
I'm questioning you on the John part, but
Smith Barney. They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
You got that old commercial?
Yes. They make money the old-fashioned way. They have slaves do it. Let's see here. Yeah, John Houseman.
What commercial was it?
We have a dumb guy story, too, after the break. Dumb guy story. That keeps people tuned in.
Are they?
Yeah.
They got another dumb guy?
There's a dumb guy out there. I'll explain after the break. And there was something else.
Oh, she's
Where's the
cute,
commercial?
huh?
Yeah. I used to date. That's Jennifer Garner.
Did you really used to date her?
I dated her for a while, and I was like, I was like, I was like, you're getting fat, and I broke up with her.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
It is John Houseman. I shouldn't have questioned Jimmy. He's
Where's
really
the commercial,
got this shit.
though?
Here it is, I think.
I haven't.
A bee on a flower.
Who is busier than a bee?
Hold on a second. I am. Who is busier than a bee? God, that's a great question.
That's great writing.
Who else but the investment firm of Smith Barney?
There's a
Why
limp.
in the world do they work so hard? Because Smith Barney knows that old-fashioned hard work is often the difference between getting stung or getting a taste of the honey. Smith Barney. They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
They earn it. Earn it. Earn it.
That guy's limping through London. Do you see that?
What a cheesy fucking commercial. That was a real cheesy commercial. Who's busier than a bee? And don't say my ex-wife.
He's
Fleeting strangers.
that's 30 years ago.
Yeah.
He's beautiful, though. He's a handsome guy for an old guy. Huh?
He's been dead for decades.
Has he been?
Oh,
When did he-
God.
I'm gonna guess-
come on. I don't think he lasted much longer than
guess.
86.
I'm going to guess he died.
88, all right?
Oh, he died in 88.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's sad.
He's been gone 28 years.
Who's busier than a bee? I'll tell you, the mortician. I am on my way to see him. The coroner. Who's busier than a bee? The man fitting me for a suit that I can fold my arms in comfortably. The satin pillow salesman.
Who's busier than me? Not me. I haven't moved in 28 years.
Oh, yeah, that guy's beautiful.
Who's busier than a bee while I'm stationary like a flower?
Oh, here he's back. He's doing more.
Oh, you want to get another one?
Oh, my
going?
God.
Let's do another one.
Yeah. Get your dick out,
John
Jim.
Houseman,
Get it
for the
out.
investment firm of Smith Barney.
Oh, they're at a table.
Investments don't walk up, bite you on the bottom, and say, we're here.
Oh, good investments don't walk up, insert their genitals into your bottom, and affect you with HIV. In fact, Why do they have to say a bite on the bottom? Yeah, they do. You're a little investment. I pick you up, I bite you on the bottom. Smith Barney, Theo. They make money the old-fashioned way.
That's how they do it.
They go...
79.
John Houseman for the investment firm of Smith Barney.
Good investments don't walk up, bite you on the bottom, and say, we're here. Finding them takes good old-fashioned hard work. Research.
Why do they have to say bite? Why does it be a little sexual? Good investments don't crawl up your wife's skirt and root into a clitoris and plant a flag. They don't crawl up into your bottom like a pinworm and make you itch.
What are good investments? What do they call it? Warm investments?
Yeah, what do they call that? What kind of investment where you make money? The good investment or a great investment?
Tree branch investment?
Yeah, was that some kind of a wool baseball hat investment?
Oh, it's going to be a sad day when we lose Edna Faust, bro.
Ah, God love her soul.
Yeah.
Good investments don't come up and bite you on the honey. Cold coffee don't come up and bite you on the honey. You got to put ice cubes in it.
And he's eating that stupid egg.
Is that what that is?
That dumb egg.
A Fabergé egg.
I don't know where it's in that egg holder high off the plate. What do you call the egg? What it's placed in?
That's called, yes.
That's just
poached.
Poached egg.
It's a stupid egg.
The only thing I like poached is tusks.
Rhino horns.
Exactly. I don't even use it for my erections. I sprinkle it on the rug to help them get cleaner.
With Smith Barney. Smith Barney is among a handful of top investment firms.
It's a bit angry about it. Relax. Jesus.
Research. Smith Barney.
Here we go.
They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
My favorite part is he goes, they make money the old-fashioned way. And he looks down to break his egg. Right. And he goes, oh, I forgot. They earn it. Crack, crack, crack.
I guess that shows wealth that you get to eat one of those dumb eggs.
Yes, one. Oh, is this more? 1988. Oh, these are the later ones. I was a fan of the older ones from when I was a boy.
Yes. This is 88, so this is like days before he died.
Absolutely. He's actually on his way. He actually came in a hearse.
You don't have to worry about money anymore, Mr. Houseman.
Leo McKern for the investment firm.
Oh. Who the fuck?
That wealth is self-perpetuating. The owner here invested the family fortune in prime breeding stock.
Oh, boy.
Unfortunately, these studs turned out to be duds. Having money is no sin, but squandering it is. For preservation of capital, consider Smith Barney. They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
Ah.
Wow.
He's trying to do it different.
Boo.
Yeah.
I have to do it different than my predecessor.
Yeah, this guy's changed again.
He was in a box.
Yeah.
They were going to have John Houseman do this, but he's in a box. He's unavailable.
It was uncomfortable watching that guy walk up the stairs, wasn't
Yes,
it? You could tell that he was struggling.
Yes.
Sad to see a lot of these seniors just kind of motoring around. And who puts stairs in a senior citizen's house like that?
Yeah, I know. The old man walk up the steps. He didn't want to do that.
You saw the rail, though, for the electric, the wheelchair, right, to get you up and down the stairs in the background.
Thing.
Yeah. Let's go back to Houseman to wrap this up.
84.
And then maybe we'll do a little trivia about the OM interview that we just did with Theo for some Madden 17s. Go ahead,
Houseman for the investment firm of Smith Barney.
America is returning to traditional values.
He's farting right now.
Good. Smith Barney never left it.
Traditional values. You'll see in the house behind me there are blacks in the field. Traditional American values. You'll see that thing with a hole between her legs being turned away at the voting booth.
His yard's going to shit, though. You notice this? It's definitely.
They got to get a leaf blower. They'll be all right.
Yes, I'm going to whip him until he rakes my leaves.
Right.
I'm going to whip him.
Their investment standards have stood the test of time.
Oh, there's some
Perhaps
slaves.
that's why their clients stay with them year after year.
Yeah.
The return
What's
to
a year?
traditional values. That's progress.
He's waving a stick.
Smith Barney. They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
They earn it.
He had to fetch a switch.
Yeah, he had a little switch. I'm going to use this to own my wife's clitoris. I'm going to whip her clitoris like it's misbehaved.
That could be your new buddy Epson right there if he keeps going downhill with these.
Oh, Noogie. One of my favorite things. We would call him just to see if he was alive. And see how bad he was getting. God, we were just awful people.
Awesome.
96. Who's this clown?
We're going to continue with this?
They make
all right, let's see what they do in
the
96.
old-fashioned way. They earn.
Don't panic if the market drops a few points. Don't run for cover every time some economic indicator hiccups. Don't let short-term thinking influence your long-term investments.
In other words, don't be a little pussy.
Buy carefully, sell reluctantly, and do business with a firm that understands that sometimes an investor's greatest asset is patience.
Yes, we've obviously lost some money recently. So all of you people who've run for the hills broken crying, stick with it, you little fruits.
Wasn't 96 around the time we had some problems, I think?
I don't remember, to be
somewhere
honest
around
with
there.
You.
I don't know.
But apparently they were doing a little damage control.
Oh,
in this
boy,
commercial.
were they.
You know, Smith Barney, we kill our investors the old-fashioned way. They hang themselves.
Barney, they make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
Oh,
then they went with a voiceover guy.
They outsourced.
Boo.
He was trying to do it. He couldn't do it right. He probably kept fucking it up. Smith Barney, we make money the old-fashioned way. No, you got to be more serious. We earn it. No, stop trying to make it your own.
Is Smith Barney around still?
I don't know if they lost it. I'm not sure.
I would love to know how.
Bernie Madoff. He makes money the old-fashioned way.
What's it called when you get something through hard work?
Yeah, what they call that? When you earn it the new-fashioned way? A hedge fund or something? What's they call that when you do something the way they used to do it?
Right.
A shrub.
Rope fling activities.
Right.
What do they call that? An old-fashioned way? A bush fund or something? Yeah, what kind of fun is that? A juniper berry fun?
Right.
What do they call that? Shrubbery or some such?
I love how Jim has this, and then me and Opie just have the worst impersonations.
I know, but you get excited, you just want to be involved.
No, I agree.
You're
It's
100%
great.
right.
We're both.
You just want in.
What's Barney? What did they make the old-fashioned way? They made something the old-fashioned way. What did they make? Monopoly pieces. Money. They made money.
Morgan Stanley today, this is going back to 2012, announced that its U.S. wealth management business, Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, has been renamed Morgan Stanley Wealth Management. All right, so whatever. You want to do some Madden before break, even though we should have broke 20 minutes ago? But if it's going, it's gone. All right.
I have to pee.
You want?
Yeah, can we do this? Maybe we'll pee and come back, and that will be, let everybody go back.
Yeah.
Listen to what we just did. Ooh. And be ready.
All right, we're going to give away some PS4 Deluxe Edition Madden 17s. And then, I don't know. I think Roland's getting some kickbacks. Because then he wants me to give away these epic, what are they called? Epic learning tabs. I've never heard of these things.
Oh, EpiPens?
Oh, we're going to talk about that shit.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that shit. Thank you for reminding me.
I'd love to give away a few EpiPens.
Do you know what's going on with EpiPen? Oh, we got something to talk about after the break. These scumbags.
Oh, where is it bad?
Well, EpiPen, the ones that save your life?
Oh, we got something. I thought you knew with the story.
No, I just thought it'd be a good thing to give away.
I meant to talk about this yesterday, but we got very busy. Fuck these guys. I'll explain in a minute or two.
Faulty EpiPens, Jim. Can you believe
what do they call them? The big pens? Or what do they call them? Pencil pens?
We got
epidermis.
And we got epic, I don't know, learning tabs, too, we're going to give away. We'll give away all this shit after the break. We'll do some trivia with Jimmy. Trivia about the interview, sort of interview that we did with Theo about orgasmic meditation, okay? Okay, and then in about a half hour, Henry Winkler. This show is flying by. E-Rock getting all clever and shit
what
today.
Is this?
I got excited about the Bangkok spa.
Yeah. Damn, this Norton kid can move. Ooh.
You like the pop lock about chess songs?
What's that?
You like the pop lock the chess songs?
Yes, I do. Chess songs?
This is songs about chess.
Chess?
Chess.
The game.
Yes.
Move that knight, move that rook, and then move your bishop if you like. That's good.
Not castle. Now castle. Now castle.
That's right. En passant. En passant.
Wow. Murrayhead.
Very good.
Perfect description of all of it.
Oh. Is that the band?
Yeah, Murrayhead, one-hit wonder from...
When you get blown by a man in a red suit.
We talking 80s, right?
Yeah.
80...
I don't know.
86.
Dee-dum-dee. Dee-dum-dee.
All right. We got Theo Von in studio playing the Comedy Zone in Charlotte, North Carolina, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Come on, people in Charlotte. Wake up.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Entertaining as all hell. You wanted to give away the Madden 17s before Henry Winkler comes in here?
Absolutely.
And then I want to squeeze in 2 stories. Dumbest man alive, I think, and then the EpiPen story. What the fuck? All right, we got 2 PS4 Deluxe Edition Madden 17s to give away. A little trivia about the interview that we did sort of with Theo Von. Not sort of.
That's right.
We mocked it more than interviewed you about it, but good enough. What number there, Jimmy?
Let's go with number 6.
Number 6. All right. Hi, who are you? Where are you calling from? Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello, how are you? What's your name?
Hey, this is Josh from Ohio. How's it going, man?
Hi, welcome to Trivia About the Interview. We're talking about Theo Von and the masturbation thing where he diddles old ladies' clits until their wigs fall off.
You mean Tuesday?
Yeah. What do you call the area that he lays the old bag down in before he fists her?
Well, I don't know.
I'll have to go with the nest.
Wow. You win.
All right.
Congratulations for paying attention. Trivia About the Interview. You are the big winner. Madden PS, what is it?
It's a hot
4.
game. Hot game right now.
Madden 17.
Yeah.
Hold on the line there, buddy. All right.
Thank you.
I hope this works. New phones.
That's a score right there.
That didn't sound like it worked, but I hope he's still there. All right. We have one more to give away. What number there?
Let's go at number 1. A little tinkle. Hello.
You never go 1.
Your name would be?
Hello?
Chris, the teacher.
Hello, Chris the teacher. Welcome to Trivia About the Interview, where we're talking about Theo Von bilking old people out of their life savings, convincing them he cares about the orgasm.
Just sign right here, ma'am.
Yeah, just sign right here, you old bag of meat, and I'll make you feel good for the first time in 30 years. Let's see. We're going to ask a little something about the interview. How about... What do you have to do to prepare your hands before you make the old bag feel good in her pussy area?
Warm them up.
No, that's incorrect.
We have to say goodbye to Chris the teacher?
Bye, Chris.
And warm him up is not the right answer, is it?
He got molested on the side of the road by a guy who made him do steroids.
What's that?
I didn't get molested by him. We did steroids, dude, and then we went to the gym.
You got a haircut at a shitty place recently.
Yes.
That was the Dominican's apartment.
Yeah. Hugo,
Did you go get a haircut with Florentine? You're supposed to go get a haircut with Florentine.
Yeah, we haven't done it yet because he won't get back to me about it.
Well, he might be bummed out that he didn't like his bangs.
Florentine?
He might be taking it personally.
What's wrong with that?
Theo one day decided that Florentine has bangs.
Florentine has a great haircut. He's actually modeled as a Roman coin.
All right, Chris, we gotta let you go because we gotta give away this Madden 17. Hi, who's this?
Scott, Wisconsin.
Great Scott, my favorite expression. Welcome to Trivia About the Interview. How are you?
Good.
Attaboy, one good. Quickly, time to move. What color gloves does Theo like to put on so he doesn't infect his hand? What's that?
Clear. He likes to be able to see his hand. Clear.
Wow, someone paid attention. You win.
Love this.
PS4 Madden 17 for paying attention. Theo Von doesn't like clear gloves to see his hands as he's diddling those old clits. Yes.
Hold on a line, brother. There you go.
That's right.
A little bit of Morse code there. Huh?
Yeah, he's making the Close Encounters. That song was. Remember the end of that?
Close Encounters. I haven't seen that.
Are you on hold?
But I'll watch it though. I'll watch it so that you don't feel old.
Oh, I am old.
No, you're not though.
I am.
I think you're still growing. If anybody's gonna get Benjamin Button thing, it's gonna be you.
I got a young spirit.
I don't think the guy's on hold. I think he's still listening to us.
No, he's not. Is he?
Are you on hold, sir? Uh-oh. Are you there?
No, he left us.
He's fucking falling. I think we just fucked this guy. All right.
He'll be fine. That's a great game. Everybody's so stoked about that right now.
Yeah. We got a guy. He's pretty much he's trying to turn around, but he's the dumbest guy alive. He found a pearl in the Philippines. He went, I think he was on a boat, and then his anchor was stuck on a rock, I think. So he dove down to unstuck his anchor, and then there was a shell. So he moves the shell.
He didn't guess? Boo. Terrible.
He moves the shell, and he finds a pearl. A giant pearl. 2 foot long, 1 foot wide.
No.
It's giant. It's one of, if not the biggest pearl ever found. What do you think this guy did with this pearl?
Hold on a second.
I know.
He made a hat out of it. He made a pearl hat, and he threw it in the sewer. The guy who's a really bad guesser. What could he have done with that pearl?
I bet he broke it into smaller pearls.
I'll bet he put it in the front of his bicycle basket and told everyone that he had found E.T. and then gave it away.
That's pretty fucking clever. E.T. certainly looks like a pearl. Very nice. This fucking guy finds this giant pearl, probably the largest in the world, and puts it under his bed for 10 years because he was looking for good luck.
No.
And then it turns out the pearl is worth $100 million. What? This fucking idiot put it under his bed for 10 years hoping to get good luck.
Is he still alive?
I mean...
he got it.
Well, now he
got good luck.
He missed 10 years, $100 million money.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I guess now he's going to reap the rewards of it, but for 10 years, he could have had whatever they're going to sell it for. But they're estimating this thing's worth $100 million. He put it under his bed for good luck for 10 years.
I would chop it up and make pearls for all my friends.
Yeah.
Yes. Make pearls. It's a 75-pound pearl.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Not as good as an 80-pound pearl, but better than a 65-pound pearl.
That's pearl, man.
That's a big pearl.
That's a pearl.
What do they call that? What do they call that? A rock or something? Yeah, big shiny rock. What's that called? An opal?
Yeah.
Saltwater diamond? Yeah. What's clam's hat? What do they call that? Something for all my friends? What do they call that? An oyster? The type of necklace my husband would give me? What's that, a vision center?
Some kind of cement thingy? Cinder block?
Yeah, what is that?
Wow.
What is that? A giant's tonsil?
Thank you for the last, guys. I was just sitting out there. See, this is making me more erect, actually, seeing this pearl than visiting them older guys.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'd put that whole thing in my hanny.
Oh, good job.
E-Rock nailed it. For the old listeners, it does look like Twatto.
Wow. Yes, it does.
Good job, E-Rock.
Yuck.
We know a gal that has something she calls Twatto off her pussy. You want to see it? We haven't.
What is it?
We haven't popped it up in a while. Sandy Kane has a.
Sandy Kane spoke on here last time I was here.
She has a growth, and we named it Twatto.
Oh yeah, I saw it last time. I remember that.
You have seen it.
Yeah, it kind of looked like those rocks that you see in Cabo San Lucas, like the picture of those.
Yeah, it looks like an ear, pretty much growing off the side of her vagina. She swears it's not herpes.
No, she says not genital wart.
I mean genital wart. Sorry, Jesus, yes.
Let me see the picture of it. Let me show the picture of it.
For some reason, we can't find it. It usually pops up pretty quickly when you go to the old internet.
Yeah,
they need some new venereal diseases. I feel like a lot of hack ones out there.
Wow, this is from the NEW days.
Looks like a pearl. So wow, good call. That's a giant pearl. I licked that.
Ugh.
Yeah, you did.
No, I know. I put that in my bed for good luck. You know what I got? Disease and pestilence.
But no more spiders.
No more spiders. Yes, they were frightened off by the smell of pearl.
It looks like a UFC fighter's ear, huh?
Yeah, pussy's a jiu-jitsu black belt.
Fuck.
Oh, no. I bet
the Brazilian wax.
You think there's someone stupid enough to make fun of a UFC fighter's ear in a bar, not knowing that this guy will just fucking destroy you?
I bet 3 years ago there was. I don't know if now there is.
Now that everyone knows. One thing you don't do in a bar is hit on the girlfriend of a guy who has cauliflower ears.
Oh, Christ,
You
no.
see those ears? That's the way. I have fake ears like that I tape on that I like, so no one tangles with me. What are you doing? Look at these ears, buddy.
First time I saw it, the first time I saw one of those, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
now
me too.
now you're like, you understand how cool that is, because you're like, this fucking guy doesn't play.
Which is crazy, because when we were young, if somebody had cauliflower ears, you made fun of him. You were like, look at this guy, he's a mongoloid, or he's like one of the devil's boys, or he's a vulture.
Right.
But now...
No, now you know not to fuck with those guys ever.
Yeah, now you know that...
Who am I kidding? I don't fuck with a guy that has perfect ears. Yeah. I'm sitting here acting like I could handle some...
You don't fuck with a guy that has hearing aids.
Yeah, exactly. I don't fuck with a guy that has a hearing aid. You're right. Trying to fucking sound tough all of a sudden. Anyway, a fisherman in the Philippines is happy as a clam after discovering that a mammoth pearl he stashed away for 10 years under his bed is worth a cool $100 million. I say stupid because 10 years went by without reaping, cashing in on this pearl.
Yeah, I'd love to know what happened in those 10 years. Like, did amazing blessings happen in his life, or was it just a traumatic...
I read the whole story. Nothing, didn't sound like anything special was happening with this giant pearl under his bed for those 10 years. 75 pounds. He had to get that out of the water, 75 pounds.
What did he think it was? You think he knew it was a pearl?
Well, that's a good question. Unaware of the giant pearl's value, he kept it as a good luck piece under his bed. He had no idea. Until a fire. So it was going to stay under his bed. So the fire was the good luck, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Until a fire in his home forced him to move, the superstitious fisherman then decided to hand it over to the tourism office in remote Puerto Princesa City. So he was just handing it over to tourism. So they were the good people, because they could have probably said, well, thank you for your...
beautiful area.
Yeah, for your contribution, and then moved on. A stunned tourism officer determined that the pearl, measuring a foot wide and 2.2 feet long, dwarfs the official current record holder. There's a $35 million pearl out there. Anyway.
I've always wanted to find some treasure, and I think that's going to happen to me in my future. I could see that.
In an old attic or something?
Yeah, being a treasure man. I've always felt in my bones like I got a treasure in my future.
That'd be fun. I think we all hope for that, Theo.
But I want to go look for treasure, find a good woman that doesn't mind going to look out for treasure, or pan for gold, or do some light mining.
Right.
I could see that. Jim, you think it's part of your future?
Treasure?
Yeah.
No, I don't. No.
Come on, man. You gotta keep your hopes up.
No, I don't.
Jimmy,
you gotta keep your hopes
up. A
up.
bit more realistic than you, Theo.
Yeah. Well,
Theo's thinking Antique Roadshow. You're going to be the guy.
I got an arrow on my stomach pointing my dick, and when a bitch say, "What is that?" I'm like a treasure map.
I'm kind of obsessed with the second Madden 17. Did we get to that guy? Or did the phones fuck up, Eric?
Yeah, we got the two winners.
Okay, good. All right, you don't have to yell at me.
No,
I'm trying to make sure our listeners are taken care of.
It's pretty heated.
But you got both winners.
Right.
All right. In my mind, I was obsessing about that. Anyway, and now we move on to the EpiPen. The EpiPen. The EpiPen price has gone up 600%.
No way.
These medical stories pop from time to time. 600%.
From what to what?
I think it was about, I would say, just under $100.
They were saying
$100,
you
right?
could get a double pack of these for under $100
and
not too long ago, and now they're up around $500.
$500 to $600.
It's the same thing. Like remember last year the guy with the AIDS,
Shkreli.
AIDS pill? Yeah.
Yeah,
follow him on Twitter.
Shkreli.
Has he come in here yet?
No.
Hell no.
But he's featured in this article too.
What's this one?
Why is he featured in it?
Because other people who've done that.
They talked to him about this EpiPen thing. And he said, "Well, if they put in the patent for it and to register everything, why can't they charge whatever they want for it?"
See, we get that from a business guy point of view. It's legal, but you're a scumbag.
Because I was jumping to it too. Yeah,
you're a scumbag.
On paper, he's 100% correct, but there's definitely a responsibility with some of this shit too. There's a lot of families that are going to go without the EpiPen because they can't afford this shit, and they're just going to hope for the best. That's bad. What is it? It's the help me out. What is the thing that is boosting this price?
I guarantee you
it's not the actual it's the fuck. Where's my article? You got it there, Eric? Or Paul?
They're sold for $85 in France.
Yeah.
Right. And then
but that's a different company.
Right, but I mean that's how much they cost to sell.
And they're trying to buy this other company that's selling them cheaper so that they can corner the market on everything.
What fucking cunts.
Yeah.
I know it's a business, but it's like there's no humanity in the medical bill. What fucking cunts.
They've been steadily in the article it said they've been steadily raising the price 5%, 10%, 15% over time. So it wasn't so gradual, but now all of a sudden everyone's noticed it's like, oh, holy shit, it's $500.
Who pays for that insurance?
They say your insurance pays for it, but some people are saying no, it's coming out of our pocket.
But then we wonder why insurance companies are scumbag. Like it's easy to blame the insurance companies. Oh, they're all pieces of shit. They don't want to pay claim. And then these medical companies fuck them so bad.
And a woman's doing it. It's a woman behind it on here, it says.
Yeah, and later in the article, they even questioned, too, about that she may have had some favors to get her degree and everything from college. Like, she fell several credits short of actually getting her master's or whatever degree she had. Well, that's what it says later in the article, that there's speculation that she had assistance in just having her degree handed to her so she could start running companies.
That's just a dick move.
It's a total scumbag move.
There's a free market, so hopefully some other company goes, wow, that's a dick move, so we're going to do the right thing, and then they'll get a shitload of business.
Well, there is. It says that there's another company that's purposely keeping it at a reasonable price, and now they're coming to buy their company so that they can't do it anymore.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Gotcha.
I mean, it's very aggressive.
WikiLeaks founder says the site plans to release Trump's tax returns.
Who does?
WikiLeaks.
I wonder if they're in crayon. I wonder what they're in.
Julian Assange saying they're going to
working on releasing Donald Trump's tax returns on
he claims it's but whistleblowing site claims it's a joke. Oh, he's probably kidding. Okay,
probably Bill Maher trumping that up.
Yeah, I would have made a joke like that too. We're going to put your tax returns in a balloon.
Let me see how to Frank. Is Frank the one you don't like, E-Rock? I forget.
I would do an EpiPen.
Frank from the Bronx.
You're good with Frank?
Yeah.
Why don't you like Frank?
Because he used to call us an expert in every subject.
He is an expert. He's now an expert on EpiPens.
Frank Lopez.
I thought we were good, Eric.
I just said we were.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't, Eric.
All right.
It was a weird way to say we're good.
Yeah, we're good. He's a fucking expert.
He's a fucking expert at everything.
Why I didn't like him before.
He's very expert.
Eric, be honest.
Expert.
They're starting problems, Frank.
Oh, Frank, he's expert.
This fucking guy thinks he's an expert on everything. But we're good. We're good.
He's an expert on this. And Eric right now is holding up his taint.
Right. Go ahead, Frank.
Anyway, yeah, I'll just keep quiet, Eric, because I don't want you not to pick up my calls.
Shit. Are you saying that he hangs up on you when he hears your voice, Frank?
Yeah, it's all right. He looks at my number. He admitted it on the air. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, fuck him. Why? Ooh. You rock comment?
It's okay.
Yeah, well, you say.
It's fine. We're good here. I don't give a fuck. But listen, that lady that runs the company, she went from making like 9.2 to some ridiculous amount of money over the last 2 years.
18 million.
And, okay, whatever you say, I agree.
It was 2.45 now to 18.9.
Come on, man, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they say it had a lot to do with exactly that. Her going to the board and saying, we are cornering the market. We can make this any price we want. And that's what they did. And they say there's documents that are not out yet, but could prove that they had a meeting around
something like that, a strategy about how they can raise revenues by raising the price of that product.
Damn, she went from 2.4 to 18 million last year, almost 19.
So if you look at like a 10Q, which is something that comes out of public companies, it talks about the strategy and why she was rewarded that money based on the performance of the stock.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, Eric, I don't know shit, but go fuck yourself.
Damn, you guys ain't good.
Y'all ain't good, Eric.
You guys talk. I'm going to go pee.
Why?
I have to pee again.
Yeah.
You just peed?
I do this more and more. I mean, my bladder is just giving me the old business. We should get more cameras in here. Jesus. What the fuck is this? Jesus. I'm doing a news like I'm announcing my candidacy.
Eric, I can't believe that guy was
really ready to riot act.
Yes, he did. And I do know that the guy with the pearl, his house burned down. Yes. So technically you would think that's bad luck, but it's good luck because it led to him handing the pearl over to tourism and then finding out it's worth $100 million. So the fire in that case was the good luck, right, Theo Von?
Fire's been a lot of good luck, man. I had a buddy who, what happened to him? He had a dog, actually. This is a pet story, but it died in a fire. But for years, he had dreams that his dog
was still alive.
No, was like attacked his kids later on when he had kids. So he thinks that the fire saved his kids getting attacked by this big dog.
So if there was no fire, fast forward, he has the kids, and now he's got the dog fucking attacking him.
Yeah, and that's crazy maybe, but it could be true.
I don't know. You never know.
But I'd hit one of those EpiPens, man. A buddy of mine used to do them, and he said it's a real ride, you know?
I hear it is.
It's a super high.
I had one for a little while. I threw it away. I'm like, this is stupid. I had one allergic reaction that sent me to the hospital. To this day, I don't know what it was, but my entire face blew up. I couldn't see through my eyes. It was after a Super Bowl party.
Oh, you got to do that again.
It was something in the hummus.
I could have been the Super Bowl, bro.
It was something in the hummus that some asshole brought over. To this day, I thought I was allergic to all hummus, and it turns out it was this particular hummus because I enjoy hummus now again.
Could have been Frank, sneaky hummus Frank.
Right. Some fucking broad brought in her own hummus. I remember it was tasty. Everyone went home, and my face blew up like I got the shit beat out of me. And then my brother lived close. I had a horrendous headache. I couldn't see out of my eyes. I called my brother. I go, Darren, you gotta get the fuck over here. I don't know what's going on. And
what did he say when he got over there?
He went, holy shit. No joke. That's exactly what he said. He went, holy shit.
That's awesome.
Hospital was close. We got there, and these fuckers wouldn't sign me in and wouldn't get me to the back or whatever until I signed all sorts of paperwork and gave them my insurance card and all that. And I had to fill shit out. I'm like, I can't see. We could fill this shit out later. But they insisted. So I remembered, Theo, that I was opening one eye with my two fingers like this so I could fill out the forms because I was basically shut. My eyes were shut. And then they brought me to the back. They gave me an IV. First of all, the headache was one of the worst headaches I ever had. They put something in the IV. My headache went away instantly. I'm like, what the fuck? Why don't we have this for people? That you could get rid of a headache immediately like that. And then they put a Benadryl thing into the IV. And my brother, I've told the story a few times, but my brother looked at me and said, holy shit, I'm watching your face come back to normal in seconds. It all just went... And then that was it. And then they sent me on my way with an EpiPen. And then that laid around in a drawer, and I finally threw it away when I moved.
Oh, you could sell it right now for $300 or $400, it looks like.
Word. Yeah. Is Henry here?
Where's Hank?
I saw some movement outside.
Where's Hank?
That's a fast pee, Jimmy.
Yeah. I ran because Hank might be coming in.
Yeah, all right.
I'm going to give him a hug.
Are you?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Wait, we got the guy that wrote the New York Times article about the EpiPens on the line. Is this possible? Or
no, it's not.
You don't think it is?
No, it's not.
Jimmy goes with not. I'm a hopeful boy. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, no, I've actually been a guest on your show before. I wrote the piece in the New York Times.
What do you mean you were a guest?
I've been in studio more than once.
Who are you?
So you don't even remember me. I wrote a couple books on medical myths, and I was on once to argue with Anthony about healthcare reform.
Carol!
I do remember you.
I remember you, Carol.
Oh, very good. Yeah, Aaron Carroll.
Being his last name. No,
I've been on Weeze's show a few times, too.
I remember. I think Weeze turned me on to you. Yes, I do remember you, Aaron. What's going on? You wrote the story for the New York Times?
Yeah, that EpiPen, it's like, that is such a perfect example of everything that's wrong with the healthcare system. I mean, everything. It's just they can raise the price, the government encourages its use, the FDA makes it nearly impossible to get any competition going. There's no controls at all. It's ridiculous. It's a terrible, terrible story.
Yeah, I see you in the New York Times. So how is this going to play out? Is there going to be another company that's going to be able to keep the price low?
So, no, well, not anytime in the near future, because, there have been a few competitors, but they've all been pulled from the market in the last few years because they just couldn't get there. EpiPen has spent a fortune or Mylan has spent a fortune in lobbying and to get their name brand out there. So when you write a prescription for an EpiPen, you can't even substitute another one. You have to get an EpiPen. So doctors can't sort of figure out how to change this. Patients can't figure out how to change this. The FDA just ruled that Teva, which wanted to make it generic, can't even do anything till next year, so go ahead. Yeah, I got it. You guys got to go.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah, Henry, our guest is here, but thank you for the call. We should definitely talk soon.
And you know what? We'll
I listen all the time.
No, we'll tweet out your New York Times article because I think it's kind of important.
Sure.
Hey!
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, a Fonzie hug! Yeah! Hi, Henry. It's good to see you.
We're in the middle of your segment, right, Theo?
No, he's in for the day, buddy.
No, he's been in for the day, Mr. Winkler.
Excited to see you today.
I love Henry Winkler. Yeah, let me get one of these hugs. Let's do a hug.
All right.
Oh, my God, he always smells good.
He does. Yes. You okay? You just banged your head. You good? Henry's now Purelling his hands after hugging
Henry Winkler, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but you know what is so interesting?
Is that your phone ringing?
Perel.
Ringling?
My phone is ringing.
Oh, my God. Who is it? Is it somebody good?
It's my son.
Is it Richie?
It's my son, Jed.
You're on the air, by the way.
We're on the Opie show together, Jed. How are you? The show was hilarious. Now, let me just say, I got a good review from my son.
Oh, thank God.
Now, is that the greatest thing?
Yes, it is.
I was having such a fun time. We're talking about Better Late Than Never.
Yes, we are.
The new show. That's why I'm on tour here. I got to go, Jed. I love you, and I love this phone call.
That's how you talk to your son?
Wow. That's nice.
Huh?
How old's your son?
What a nice discussion.
42.
Oh,
45.
That's not like the chats I have with my father. Yeah, my father's like, all right, mistake.
I want to tell you something. My parents, now, I'm so torn. They escaped Nazi Germany. They wanted me to go in the lumber business. They did not want me to meet my destiny. They did not want me to be an actor. They were tough. They didn't get me at all. Mm-hmm. They didn't ask to see who I was. I didn't like them until about 15, 20 minutes ago. And so I swore I would be a different parent, that my children could say anything that was on their mind. Sometimes they are hurtful.
Sure.
You weep. But it's much better to let them just be who they are.
And not be scared.
So that was why I had that kind of conversation.
No, it wasn't a bad conversation.
And
No, it was lovely. It was a
one
wonderful
out
conversation.
of 3 children I don't like, but I can't tell you who that is.
What does he do for a living? Or
my daughter is a teacher.
Okay.
Nice. Jed is an executive. In the entertainment world, and my youngest son, Max, just directed his second film.
Wow.
Yeah.
What film?
Amazing. It's called Flower. He just finished it. He's in the editing room. He's a writer-producer.
That's awesome.
And he's just a wonderful
Very
guy,
cool.
too.
Well, if you ever need an actor, I'm really good. I play a cop really well.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta pull over now. I'm really good.
Oh, you know who I am?
Who?
I'm your captain.
Ah.
You know what? Give me your badge. Go in your office. Clean it out.
I'm gonna go do it on my own, Captain.
Hey, let me ask you that. Talking about police shows.
Yeah.
Anybody watching the Night of?
I hear it's great with Michael K.
HBO?
Williams. I've never seen it, but I heard it's amazing.
I've seen 2 episodes. It's great.
John Turturro?
It's amazing.
If John Turturro is listening, you are exceptional in this show.
Yeah.
No, a lot of people are saying, have you seen Cop Show with Colin Quinn, his Cop Show online?
No.
A lot of people are comparing
funny
them.
guy.
He's very funny. It's a funny show, but a lot of people
compare
compare
him
them.
to what?
Well, they're comparing that show to The Night Of.
Really?
As far as it being a good cop show, but his is a parody.
Yes. Yeah. The first episode of The Night Of is so harrowing that you have to take a break. You have to literally walk away from the
What
television.
happens that it makes it so harrowing?
A young man of East Asia descent, India, Pakistan, is accused of murder. He goes from being a mouse to being this amazing something.
Another marsupial.
Yeah.
Not a marsupial. No.
A mouse to like a muskrat.
Hell yeah.
You got to defend himself. He
gets scrappy is what he is. That's true.
I hear it's everyone is talking about this. They say it's so good, so I'm definitely going to see it.
Yeah.
Did it just start up?
And then, of course, let me ask you.
Pardon me, guys. Sorry.
Absolutely. Go take your call. It doesn't
you
matter
took
that
a
I'm
call.
here.
We're all going to take a call.
We're all taking calls.
I got a call coming in.
You took your
a little
call.
bit.
But last night we started our new show on NBC, Better Late Than Never. We went through Asia. Next week we're in Kyoto.
Yes.
And I'm at a ninja school.
Could you explain the show? Because it's sort of a little reality action, a little...
You know what it is? It's an eating show.
Right.
It's a travel show.
Yes.
It's a comedy.
Yes.
No script. 5 cameras. There's Terry Bradshaw, who's very funny.
Yeah, Louisiana
Bill
boy.
Shatner, who is the factoid.
Right.
George Foreman,
Love him.
who's made napping into an art form.
How is Foreman, by the way? We've met him briefly. I've never actually gotten to speak to him at great
You know
length.
what? He was considered, when he was younger, to be... Are you allowed to say bad words on the radio?
We prefer it.
Yes.
An asshole.
Yeah.
And he
Was he
then...
really?
Oh, my God. In the 70s, when he fought Ali, they hated his guts.
No, I understand that, but his personality...
His personality. He was like dark and driven. And then he evolved into a man of God. He is now a preacher.
A really
He's got
sweet
his
man.
A really sweet man. Very, very strict. I could not clink his glass when we were making a toast if I had alcohol in my glass. Yeah.
Oh, cool. He's OCD. That's good. That's good. the ex-champ is OCD.
Yeah. And Jeff Dye, too, is on it, right?
Jeff Dye,
He's a good
who's
buddy
a
of mine.
very funny stand-up comic who travels all over the country. And the 5 of us went across 6 cities.
Wow.
Not knowing what was going to happen. And I think we are delightful together.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. And it's kind of like a reality show with maybe a general direction that they want you to go in or whatever. It looks awesome, though. The 4 of you guys together looks really good.
You know what it is? We're funny together, and it only gets funnier. Because I'm the executive producer, or one of them, I was able to go in the editing room. And I kept thinking, I want to be with these guys, and I forgot I was in it. I wanted to hang out with them because Terry Bradshaw is this big Oklahoman. Hey, TB here.
Yeah.
Let me hear you, America. Listen up, I'm going to sell you a pair of shoes. 1 shoe at a time. Every week you get another shoe. And then you find out he's this dear, wise, wonderful...
Can you clink his glass?
You can... you know what? He's got a lot of glass going at once.
You can smash
Unless you have
that
shingles
glass.
in yours. Because he has shingles. He does his
loves
commercials.
his beer.
Huh?
Terry loves beer.
Oh, no, is he a drinker? That's Henry's nice way of saying he's an alcoholic.
No!
Henry's the nicest guy. He'd never say
Henry
that.
would never say that.
No.
But we read between the lines here.
I know you do. I
read
just heard
between
it.
the lines.
What an interesting group, too. How did you guys come to pick?
Well,
they're all good choices.
I got the call to come to Universal, and they said, would you be an executive producer, and would you be in this travel show? And you're going to have experiences, and I did not ask what they were going to be.
Okay.
Wow.
Then Bill Shatner was chosen, and then we had to find the other 3. And it took us about a year. Some people couldn't go. Some people didn't want to travel. Some people didn't like Asia. Some people didn't have the time. But it worked out brilliantly. 4 gigantic personalities and Jeff. And we got along.
Henry's the best.
So, what a fun show that would be to do. Just hang out with these guys in Asia.
But
How
you know what? It
awesome.
was like a gift that fell out of the sky.
I got a question for you.
Yes,
So,
and I have an answer.
I believe you will. Now, who got recognized the most in Asia out of you 4? Because you guys are from very different walks of life, obviously.
Can I guess?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm going to guess. My first choice would be Foreman because
Ding, 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 ding.
That'd be mine.
It was Foreman.
You are exactly right.
Foreman.
Everybody knew the champ.
A boxer is
everybody knew the champ. We went into a restaurant. One of the things that we did in Tokyo, we went into a Michelin-starred restaurant. The chef was a toothpick standing next to Jeff Foreman.
George.
George.
We're not helping each other.
No.
Pete, Ted Foreman.
Do you know what? At least I knew his last name. It makes me feel great. But anyway, so
I apologize.
The guy that boxed. Okay, the boxer. He stood next to the boxer. He was so small, and he put up his dukes because he was a flyweight boxer, and he was so thrilled that George was in his restaurant.
Wow.
The main ingredient was dirt.
What?
This great chef with a star, a Michelin star, went many miles outside of Tokyo, dug 70 meters down. Being so dyslexic, I have no idea how far that is down.
It's very dirty.
70 meters down, got this beautiful, like dark chocolate dirt, and made his steak sauce out of it.
Wow. Was it
What
good?
an interesting choice.
Made ice cream out of it.
Was it good?
It was.
That's
It was
kind of
shocking, but
interesting. I want to make fun of it, but
Yeah, I mean,
something I would like to try.
If you can make dirt into delicious ice cream,
Well, yeah,
I literally
just-
have a grill that I can't use.
Wait, is it George Foreman's grill?
I do. I have a signed George Foreman grill, so I won't use it.
No.
Can't use it.
No,
The
I
champ
understand.
signature's on
but
it.
we did use it in Korea. We did use it in a cooking segment. George and I made this delicious curry, and then they said, well, this is the hottest pepper on the earth. And it was about an inch long. It was not one of these long ones. And George said, I've eaten everything. I eat mud soup. I eat anything. And give it to me. And he took a bite. And I'm telling you, he walked outside and held onto the rail.
Wow.
Because I think it took his head off.
Should have had an EpiPen.
Yeah, no kidding.
Would have been a good time for an EpiPen, you
Absolutely.
You didn't try it, Henry?
Huh?
You didn't try it after him?
Are you crazy?
Yeah, I don't.
No.
I don't enjoy
Now,
that.
I did. Oh, and in Tokyo, we did have a Russian roulette, except with wasabi. So they served us on this like Today show in Tokyo. They served us sushi in the morning, and you had to choose one. And one was a ball of rice filled with wasabi that I chose because I thought it would be benign. And my mouth is just recovering. The layers of the inside of my mouth are just growing back.
Hey, did you eat at that place in the Tokyo subway station, Euro? Is that how you say it,
but
Giro?
I
Giro.
ate at his son's restaurant.
You couldn't? Could you guys not get into his?
No, I could not. And the man who made the documentary is a friend of my son's. We tried to get in. Couldn't get in.
Couldn't get in.
Henry Winkler can't get in, and his son knows the guy who made the documentary.
That's crazy.
That's really nuts.
Yes.
But then again, it's a really tiny place.
It is very
they
tiny.
Sit like 8 people
Yes,
or something
that's
like
true.
that.
Yes.
How far in advance do you
And
have to
look,
call?
how much space do I take up? I would have shared.
You're a little fella.
We could have had 9 people. I would have shared a
That guy's a
stool.
dope. Giro's a
Hey,
dope.
you know what?
Yeah.
I think we should close him down.
Absolutely. Burn his place to the ground.
Fuck him, right, Henry? Let's do that.
Well, I'm not going to say that.
No?
No,
Oh,
no. Just burn it to the ground and leave a Happy Days DVD. Let him do the math.
Henry doesn't say those
That's
type
my
of things.
signature. The Joker leaves a card. I leave a Happy Days DVD.
Happy Days DVD.
We understand what Henry wants. Fuck him.
But I will say the ninja school was amazing.
Yeah.
I went.
Yeah.
Did you really? I did, yes.
Yeah.
I dropped out.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I couldn't fight.
But they are.
What's the
they
ninja
are
school?
The ninja school where these people learn to be those all in black stealth killers.
But they can't really use their skills nowadays. That's why I
You'd
asked
be
what
surprised. That's how stealth they are.
When you were a kid, the idea of a ninja
Was awesome.
phenomenal.
There was nothing
Awesome.
tougher than a ninja.
Nothing.
Then those dumb turtles spoiled the image.
Yeah.
How much ninjas must hate the Ninja Turtles? It's embarrassing.
Are you guys drunk in this clip we're watching? Terry
You know what?
Bradshaw
Now
was
here-
on the
okay,
ground.
so
Someone's
that-
falling through a paper wall.
Why? Oh, it's all in Asia. I didn't realize the whole
The
thing.
whole show is in Asia. We went through 6 cities. So next Tuesday night at 10 o'clock Eastern, we are in Tokyo. No, we are in Kyoto and Hong Kong. And we go to a geisha party. Geishas are not just beautiful women. They are psychologists, they are singers, they're dancers, and they fill you with sake. I had more sake than I knew was on the earth.
Good for you. Did you get drunk?
I don't drink.
So love to see you drunk.
So this was big.
And we had fish. And then I said, oh my gosh, the next thing they're going to serve us is whale.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
no
women.
No, they don't do that.
Oh, wow.
No, they don't do that. But, and all of a sudden, Bill Shatner said, whale. Well, Henry, T.S. Eliot wrote a poem called The Blue Whale. I think I'll recite it now. All men, as if the other men in the room, as if we were on ball bearings, all turned to Bill and said, the hell you will. Shut the fuck up.
Henry just...
Yes, I did.
Yes,
I
do
did. That was the third time in my life.
In your life, okay.
Yeah, the second time was in that geisha house.
And the first time was your first time here. I love that. We're 2 out of 3 with those.
Yeah, I like that. I would have wanted to hear William Shatner recite the Blue Whale poem.
Yes, and you can. You can call him up and he'll do it at the drop of a hat.
That was a damn good Shatner, too. Well, you really captured Shatner.
Yeah. We ate in last night's episode, we had pork vagina. And I came flying out of my mouth when this woman, who is on the screen right now, told us what it was. I spit it across the table. And Bill said, Henry, you've got to eat what they serve us. Culture. We're here. I said, I'm having chicken. And I'd like breast, please.
It's a pork vagina.
Yeah. Pork vagina.
How long did you guys shoot for? Sorry to interrupt you,
35 days.
Oh, all right.
35 days.
That's nice.
I want to tell you, the greatest thing I ever did was say yes.
Yeah.
Right.
That I was smart enough to say, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm scared. I am scared. I don't know how we're all going to get together. I don't know how we're going to be together. Is it we're going to talk over each other? I don't know if I can survive. The heat was shocking.
Is it hot there?
Imagine the subway in August with no air conditioning.
Not
Double
good.
it.
And how do they behave in that environment? Is there like violence and people like?
You mean the culture?
Yeah,
they are so wonderful. The Thai people, all they live to make your life better.
Wow.
In Thailand, except then they have 11 explosions all on the same day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did the pork vagina taste like? You never even.
You know what? I never quite
one.
got it. Let me just say that it was bumpy. Yeah. So that's the word I would use. That's the only word that I can use for as long as it was in my mouth.
Bumpy.
And a boy.
Yeah. Jim, have you had some experience with? I feel like you've been through some.
No, but I'm sure I've had some that were close.
Yeah.
Without meaning to.
I've had some duck. That area.
Really?
Yeah. And tacos, actually, with Ron White, actually, and they're okay.
Ron White, you mean the comedian?
Yeah.
Duck vagina tacos?
Yeah. He's got it. That guy can get any kind of meat.
That's a little strange.
He can get any kind of meat.
He's from the South.
Was it in his house?
No.
You were in a restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah. What is funny is when I go fishing in Idaho, we go and we have to drive long distances to get to the river, and we listen either to this show or to the Comedy Channel.
Henry Winkler listens to us?
Are you kidding me?
I think they're mixing us up with another show.
Let me ask you a question. How great is my time here every time I've come?
We talk about you all the time. Yes.
I love it here. I feel welcomed here. I feel part of the Bill Macy. I have my picture with Bill Macy.
Yes, remember that day?
That's awesome.
Oh, absolutely. He didn't want me talking to him for all the tea in China. He wanted to plug his show. He didn't give
Who does,
rats
Everyone
tush.
gives a crap about Henry Winkler.
Not everybody.
That's
right.
There's the picture.
Hey, would you think George Foreman would come in here? We would love to talk to George Foreman, too.
Do you know what? George is a very singular guy. He's very isolated. He has 10 sons, as you know, 10 children.
Are they all named George?
Yes,
for
they
real?
are, but they have nicknames.
Okay.
And Big Wheel came with George on the trip because when you are of a certain age, you take over and you literally help George through life for 2 years. It's like you're on a mission.
So the Israeli military, it's a mandatory.
It's
service.
mandatory.
It's birthright.
Yeah, it's a birthright.
Wow.
Yes, it's true.
So wild.
We would give him a nice interview. We know we wouldn't be dirty.
He's very, he's smart and he's funny.
Are you guys all in New York promoting this?
No, it's just me.
Why just you?
Because NBC is cheap.
They paid the 35 days
flew me here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they paid my plane fare. They said, well, nobody else can come.
You don't have a place in New York anymore?
I do not, no.
You used to love
you know
New
what I
York.
have? I have it in my heart.
Right.
I've said it many times. My body lives in L.A.
Mm-hmm.
My heart lives in New York. My soul lives in Montana.
Yeah. Fly fishing, right?
Yeah.
Hey, do you think you guys didn't argue because you're all every one of these guys is extra? Terry Bradshaw is probably the least famous guy over there just because American football.
Somebody approached him outside of the studio that we did the Today Show in Japan, their Today Show, and somebody wore a Steelers helmet for him to sign.
Some people think he's Hulk Hogan, I've heard.
Yeah, you know what? I can see
Gawker
that.
thought that.
I can see that. But you know what? I want to tell you something. Terry Bradshaw is a dear man.
He's awesome.
He is gigantic. Here's the thing.
Jimmy roasted him. Weren't you part of that roast,
At
Jimmy?
the NFL, yeah, it was a really weird roast, and I had never met Terry before, and I didn't know if I was going to like him. And then after, he was so gracious.
Isn't that true?
Awesome guy. Yeah, I really love him.
You know what? So he's big and his personality is big. This is a game that they play.
Stocking
aside
challenge.
from eating all of the wasabi.
Wait, two guys, you and
They put a stocking on my head. They tied the other end of it to the host, and then we had to pull each other across the room.
Tug of war.
And I like to say that I won. These are two comedians. They are twins. They're lying on top of each other, and they're saying it's an out-of-body experience. I myself did not find that funny.
I don't think George found it funny either.
No, George was not laughing.
But George is
Harry.
like, this is against everything I believe in.
We were sitting at a restaurant.
Yeah, this looks like...
Sorry, Henry.
See?
A little bit of,
No.
I apologize.
Terry is laughing.
Terry had a good time.
Terry's enjoying it.
Yeah. Henry actually threw hot coffee on them.
We in the next episode we do eat cow penis soup, and Terry would not have any part of that.
Really?
Yeah, it's good for the circulation.
Why wouldn't he eat it?
Well, because
Wanted
I
to sit
didn't
on
eat it
his-
either.
Oh, okay.
Bill, of course. Hey, I'd like a second portion, please.
A little bit of hot cock chowder, huh?
Carcathon.
Isn't Bill like 85?
85.
But you would never know it.
No, I
you
know
would never
that.
know.
I know.
Sharp as a tack, just delightful man.
Right.
A little prickly, but delightful.
Yeah.
And the youngest guy was you or Terry Bradshaw?
I'm 70, and they're 67. I think George and Terry are both 67 years old.
What a remarkable group.
We're sitting at a table having dinner, and Terry starts talking about being on his goal line in the middle of the winter, having to win the Super Bowl. He won 4. Having to move his team down to the other goal line, not knowing exactly what his game plan was going to be. And you watch this gigantic, big personality become the general, the quarterback, right in front of your eyes. I'm telling you, it was amazing.
That's awesome. Why only 5 or 6 episodes?
They cut it down. We are after America's Got Talent. We're on for the next 3 consecutive Tuesdays.
Okay.
And we trended last night on Twitter.
I know,
we
I
were
saw
in
that.
the top 10.
That's great.
All night on Twitter.
So are they going to possibly do more in another country?
They have not made that decision yet. Yes, but
see how this
I don't
goes.
think we're going to Istanbul.
No, there's certain. Where would you go next if you could choose?
I think we should not leave a rock unturned in Ohio.
Yeah.
Because the world is getting awful dangerous.
You ever been to Istanbul?
I've never been.
I've been.
And
Went
I'm
to the
not
Blue
going.
Mosque.
Yeah.
All before 9/11. It was
You know what? I'd
amazing.
love to go, but not now.
How about Dubai? Dubai's pretty safe for
Dubai,
Westerners.
Greece, I'd like to go.
Or Toledo.
Toledo.
Yeah,
I did a
sure.
play in Toledo.
Oh, wow.
Well, in 1976, I did room service in Toledo.
Really?
that.
Yeah.
That's where Klinger's from Mash. We talked about Klinger earlier. Big
Right.
Toledo Mudheads fan, right? Remember that, Mash?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I haven't thought
Sorry
of
for
him
staring
in
at
years.
you.
I know, and I shouldn't have.
Henry, how many times does someone come up to you and say, hey, or anything from the Fonz?
At any given day?
on the average.
I would say in the high 60s.
Wow. Every day when you leave the
Every single
house?
day. Every single day.
And what's the one thing most people say and they think they're being
Thank
clever?
you. They say to me, honestly, thank you for the memories. I sat with my grandmother. I sat with my dad. We sat together. I didn't have a lot of time with my grandfather. We sat together every Tuesday night, and it was his favorite show, and we laughed together. That is the most consistent. I am from Peru. I came to this country. I learned English watching you. I'm deeply touched.
But how many times the A?
The A?
Yeah.
In the high 60s.
Every day.
Yes, if it's not the sound, it's from one car to another when I'm driving in L.A. and the thumb goes up. Absolutely.
That's
cool.
pretty amazing.
Yeah.
All these years later.
All these years later. It's 40 years ago. It's like it is still on in 126 countries.
It was my favorite show growing up.
It was a great
Is there
show.
a more iconic name as far as sitcom characters than Fonzie? I don't think there is. I mean, we've talked about it before, but I can't think of another name.
It's a very
Kramer's very big too, but not.
It's a very, very short list.
Archie Bunker, maybe. Yeah, there's a couple that are so mad.
Archie Bunker.
Yeah, but Archie, I don't think Archie may have the same name value as far as I don't know. But it's in that top.
Yeah.
You know, they're interchangeable.
Well,
as far as
I have to tell you that I wanted to be an actor. I got to be an actor. I keep getting to be an actor. In January, we start shooting an HBO show with Bill Hader.
Oh, I love Bill Hader.
Let me tell you, the man is brilliant.
He's great. Yeah.
And he co-wrote, co-produced, directed, and starred in a new series for HBO. And I am lucky enough to be in that.
That's great.
Congrats.
And we're doing our cop drama next, you and I. That's yeah.
And absolutely, we're going to take Quinn on.
You're the captain.
Yeah. You're going to be the captain. I'm going to turn in my badge, or is the other way around?
No, you got to be the captain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nobody will buy Jimmy as the captain.
No, I'll turn in my badge, but I'll reluctantly solve the case.
Okay, hey,
doing it my way.
get back
Without
in
a
here.
gun.
You forgot your gun.
With just an EpiPen.
It's always he solves it without the gun.
Yeah, I don't use a gun. I'm a different kind of cop.
He's got a rope.
right.
Yes. I use a small nuclear device.
It's always that, one more thing before you leave, and then he hands over the fucking gun.
There are some great cop shows on the other networks like Netflix. Have you ever seen Happy Valley on Netflix? Check it out.
The Wire was a great show. Did you see The
Wire was a
Loved The
great
Wire.
show.
I heard The Shield was good too. With Michael Chiklis.
With Michael.
I've never seen. Everyone says it's
He's
amazing.
a terrific guy.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah. Henry, they're saying you got to go. We would never kick you out of here.
No.
But I
Oh,
think you're
wow.
doing a lot of press for the new show.
I
think
am.
You're a busy man.
It's called Better Late Than Never. It's on NBC.
It sounds
It's on
great.
Tuesday nights at 10 o'clock.
Henry Winkler, George Foreman, William Shatner, and the Terry Bradshaw. Who's the comedian?
Oh, Jeff Dye.
Jeff Dye, very funny dude.
Who Theo knows.
Yeah, funny kid.
Right.
Yeah.
I will actually watch this show.
Will you? You know
Yes.
why? It's a really, in the next 3 episodes, only get better. Honestly.
I hope
And
you
you
get
guys
more.
you guys are eating penises and vaginas. So I mean, if that doesn't sell a show for NBC, I don't know what else will.
It's so ecumenical.
And which one got your blood going more out of eating those two? Do you feel like?
Well, I never quite got the cow penis soup in my mouth.
Okay.
The duck vagina was like no experience I've ever
The pork
had.
vagina, you mean?
The pork vagina.
Pork vagina. He had the duck vagina.
That's right.
Yeah, I've had the duck vagina.
See, I can't remember George's name, and I can't remember what I've eaten.
Look, a lot of us can't remember
And
some of the
I just
vagina
want to
we've been
say,
through.
the middle of Italy, you have my heart. I am so sorry about what has happened there in
Another
just
earthquake.
last night.
the earthquake, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
A couple towns destroyed, I believe.
Well, the
6.2.
mayor said my town is no longer here.
That's
Can you
unbelievable.
imagine
Wow.
that?
Yeah.
Oh, the history and just poof.
And that's it. It's over.
Gentlemen, be well, be healthy, and I cannot wait to see you again.
Yes.
I
It's
think
always
we're
a
done.
pleasure. I think we're done.
Yes.
Henry Winkler, thank you so much. Better late than never.
gonna
NBC
watch it.
Tuesdays at 10 p.m.
NBC.
I'm going to watch it. Henry Theo.
Theo
Pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Vaughn, Comedy Zone Charlotte, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, come out this weekend. We'll see you guys there.
I'm in Buffalo this weekend, and I'll see you there.
Hello, Buffalo.
Yes.
Hello,
Have a wing.
Buffalo.
I will. I'm
a
going
wing
to.
or
I'm
two.
eating better, but I'm
My
gonna...
cousins are there, the Zappias.
Really?
Yes.
We'll have them come to my show.
Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy
Eric and Betsy, you go and see the show.
Yes.
At Helium
Yeah.
this weekend.
If you really want a nice, quiet, relaxing time, plenty of open seats to stretch out in. Come see me.
No, you're going to be sold out.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
I like the Buffalo. I lived there for 3 years there, Mr. Winkler.
Just
not that you care. I was just trying to... Turned away as I said that. That's great. All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.